Hey, the transition worked. Oh, when that happens. Hi guys, welcome to Records of the Realm. These are the Radiant Babes of the Light Arc. I am Vander, your wonderful record keeper for the Eve. Um, my, I've only been off the plane for 3 hours. My brain is kind of mush right now. I won't lie. Um, but we're gonna make it work. We made it work Thursday night. We're gonna make it work tonight. We're gonna do quick announcements / plugs. I guess that's what they really are. And then we will get into some introductions, and then we'll get to the good stuff. Wow, my brain, guys, it's fucking dead. So
Okay, buddy.
First three things. First, if you guys want to help fund Texas Choice, we have a Tiltify going on. We'd love it for people to donate and help out people with uteruses in Texas, as the word there says. It means Texas. Doing real good today.
It's a state.
I know. State of mind too. Anyways, yeah, if you guys want to help them out, we appreciate it. It doesn't none of that money goes to us, goes straight to them. We appreciate it. Then you also get some weird fun things for the stream as well, through just generous role-playing shenanigans. If you want to check out our store, where the wonderful Metalwet has made some great items with some great art, we'd really appreciate you checking that out. That does go towards us, which is great, but it also gets you really cute looking stuff with Rex and other stuff on it, which we love because Rex is adorable.
I'll have to put that disclaimer on the too cute to crit fail
Are we really?
stuff.
Oh, you did or you
I need
didn't?
to put a disclaimer.
Please.
I keep forgetting to do it.
Do it.
I'll do it eventually.
In addition to that, we also have a partnership, affiliate ship. We like Gemhammer, guys. That's my brain not working. Also, I don't have the items again because they're over there covered by crap.
Just got home like
a
few short hours ago.
I know. Brain.
I won't razz you for it this time, but next week.
Let's turn the volume down that laptop so we don't have to hear the repeats. You can get 20% off Gemhammer products with the code RECS, RECKS. And you can get dice, you can get cool cards, you can get small, easy adventures to run with just a couple players in a little one-shot, some fun stuff. We might actually, maybe we'll do that for something sometime, just something new. Do one of their one-shots. Something interesting to try.
I would love to DM a one-shot.
I believe in you.
Can you imagine a one-shot DM by me?
Yes. The full makeup that you come in on. That is it for my announcements. We're going to do a quick round of intros, do a quick recap, and then we will be onto the show. I'm Vinny/Vander, here to do cosplay photography and videography for you like I did this entire weekend. I also create D&D content like this. H.
Oh, howdy.
You're always the next one. It's
yeah.
Always a circle.
I should note this by now. Hello, my name is Rach. I play Temerity Serechor, our warlock of the Fae. And if you don't know me and my wife by now, where have you been? Check out some of our VODs. Anyway, I can be found at pink.tiefling on Instagram. I can also be found at a couple other Instagram handles.
I have so many Instagram pages.
I know. I have tiefling.design, which is for art stuff, and then what the fuck is the name of my...
I think you need a link tree, my friend.
I was gonna say, make a link tree.
Honestly,
you need a link tree.
Audacious.angel. That's my Temerity page.
Yep.
So all of that, you're welcome to. I'll make a link tree as soon as I make an OnlyFans.
We'll make a special chat command for your freaking link tree.
We actually should have chat commands.
And when Vinny and I make the OnlyFans where we do the NSFW D&D
Which probably, I don't know, the next couple of weeks, considering
we have been talking about it for months.
Since Rach is missing the next 2 sessions, I guess we'll just have to do a special one-on-one.
Also, quick little personal announcement. I had my last day at my job yesterday. Because we don't put up with being abused by our workplaces, okay? I think that it's important to say at any time that if your work is expecting extra work, extra expectations, whatever from you, you need to understand that you're being paid for what you were hired for. And if they want more of that than you, they need to be paying you for that. Because we don't work for free, honey. Anyway, I quit my job for that reason. Anyway. Thank you. Just a quick reminder for y'all because I love your self-care. Now, I will pass it up to Corinne We'll take it from the most sinful person to the most holy person.
Okay, that is one way to put it. Hi, I am Corinne Wolf. My socials are on the screen, and today I'm playing Ethel Moonshade, who is a cleric of Selune, which makes that even more ironic because it goes from warlock to cleric. Anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Selune is also dead. So, like, are you still a cleric? Does it still count?
At least my goddess isn't dead.
in class,
Dead inside?
in class, I'm still a cleric, and for the foreseeable future will be. Until told otherwise by the DM. We'll see how that works out, guys. Anyway,
I don't
yeah,
tell you
so
to
we
change
have a
your
lot of.
class.
You've not told me. That's why I'm saying it's gonna stay until you say otherwise.
Sure, you're a commoner now. You have 10 HP.
Oh my god.
No, 4
Oh,
HP,
disgusting.
10
Absolutely
AC.
not. We're not doing that. No, disgusting. Yeah, anyway, so adventures, fun times, words. We're gonna pass it up to Nova.
Hi, I'm Nova. I go by Locomania22 on most social media. I play Asunar Keyrel, our Drorc Barzard. And yeah, it's a fun time. Gonna pass it to my right.
I'm so happy that you have embraced the Drorc Barzard title.
I have to.
You said it so
made
smoothly
it
too.
easier.
It's been
You-
a long time
fits
coming.
So much. It just works better,
The syllables.
especially with my overwhelmed ass right now with having so much family over today. So I apologize in advance for how quiet I'm probably gonna be because I'm still coming down from being like overstimulated.
That's fair.
We'll make it work.
No problem. I'm Durs, info's up above. Perhaps you've heard of me from the Storyteller Squad podcast, where I play Damien Edgecrest.
Oh my god, Storyteller Squad? What's that?
It's a live play Monster of the Week
And
podcast.
server mute. Okay, sorry.
Oh, for Mel. I thought
Oh
you
yeah,
were
no,
talking about
no,
Durs.
Durs, keep going.
Thank
No,
you.
you can keep going, bud.
Podcast's a lot of fun. You can find us on Spotify and wherever you find your podcasts. Today I'll be playing Sin Alamoad, the Arcane Trickster chef, and then I'm gonna pass it down. Can I pass it down? Can we unserver?
Just do
I
it time
unmuted myself.
for the moment.
Vinny, look at me. Look at me, sweetheart. Vinny wants revenge on me because I've been taunting him all weekend.
I have 4 of your characters. I can do whatever I want with if I want revenge.
I know, so I don't know why you're choosing the intros to get back at me.
Because we need
you have
long,
all this ammo.
We need long intros. We can't have a short and quick and concise intro. That's just
Yeah, we're not
weird.
If we're finished with intros before 7:30, that's a failure.
Yeah, that's a failure on our part. Okay, anyway, hi, I'm Mel. I go by Melouette on most socials. Melouette_ in the chat. And I play Kanitae Baequiundilin, our party's lore bard, who's just clearly an emotional mess. Like, bitch, girl's got some problems. I'm also the resident conspiracy theorist and merch fairy of Records of the Realms. I made all the merch designs that we currently have. So yeah, enjoy that. Feel free to buy them. It would make my heart very happy.
That's a good title.
Yeah.
Merch Fairy.
And the hat.
Well, because
really
they also
fits.
set up the listings and everything. Like I was like, poof, it's here.
I do like that.
Yeah.
How cute.
Yeah. I would also just like to point out that we have some new emotes available on the channel. There's a new emote available for tier 3, and I believe there's also a new emote available for, I forget if it's tier 2 or tier 1. But they're in there and it's cute. So if you feel like subbing to those levels, you're not obligated to, but if you do, you get some fun cute emotes.
We
so
love
enjoy
having
those.
subs.
Yeah. And yeah, that's me.
I do not have spoons for recap. Do you?
No, I'm good. I actually like pre-wrote a recap and everything. Look,
Thank
it's right
you
there.
so much.
So, recap. After ending talks with Anta Plenty, on a rather tense note, the group heads back to the collective for their meeting with Vito. Once there, Asunar explains that there's not only someone impersonating the chief of police, but also the mortician as well. Connie splits off from the group to meet up with Con Nevermore because she promised her a private meeting with Detective Vito in order for Con to give her witness statement without violating her privacy, especially as like a bit of a vigilante. Only to kind of have that blow up in her face because the whole group decides to escort Vito over to the theater and meet with Con Nevermore, much to her chagrin. There's a whole clip / TikTok about it on both our Instagram and our TikTok page. You should go watch it. After many a shenanigan, Kaw is able to give her witness statement to Vito. She explains that when Ryulum died, she saw a silvery tiefling, who many of us know to be Tungsten, transform into Ryulum, take all of her possessions, and then drag away the body. We exit the theater. Asunar and Cinn accompany Vito to stake out the mortician's office and possibly break in, which they do. They find 2 missing flowers, I believe. It was one off of the most recent victim. I'm blanking at the moment.
You found one new flower phrase. You found
yes
2 older ones as well that you never had
yes.
the actual flower for. You just had the phrases.
Right, that's right. We had Vito bring them to us and let us observe them, and then that was it. Yeah. So we found Cole's flower and also Cole's body, stashed away in the mortician's office. Meanwhile, Ethel, Connie, and Temerity go about attempting to have some kind of normalcy for the night. Ethel has a very odd experience with some wounds that she received, causing her and Walter to need to make constitution saves while they rested, which was alarming. Temerity actually gets to have a normal night with his wife, and then Connie breaks up with her fling, Bree, while still like kind of half drunk. So yeah, drama. We meet again in the morning to info swap. Temerity has a handful of stolen new trinkets, thanks to his wife. And we all finally have a minute to like actually just kind of chill because the innovation fair is almost upon us and everybody wants to contribute some kind of a project. We left off with Connie going to Top of the Rift to visit her former brother-in-law, Lysander, who's the head chef there, because she wanted to give him warning to get the fuck out of the city. She has some mild concerns about the state of the city with these flowers cropping up and leaving behind ominous messages. And the last thing that we really left off with was he was kind of encouraging her to go talk to Astor Montego. So like that's where we were at.
We're gonna pick up there in 1 second. There's one other new thing that I forgot to talk about.
New thing
that I added. We now have a new fate point option, not for the ones that you guys use, but inside the chat. For 1500, you can ask for a lore drop now, which can be done by me about characters, about the world, some stuff that is spoiler free. For people who want to learn more things, but it's going to be spoiler free. Don't get too excited, those of you who want certain things. Also, you can request it of the players and their characters. None of them are required to give you anything, though. None of you guys are required to give anything. It might help with some.
Like this though, but that's so cool.
I'll give everything. You tell me. I'll give you whatever you want.
We know. But well, god damn it. I'm at the very least, no matter what, as long as I'm DMing, I will give some lore of some form. So that can be a fun little like, hey, we need a breather for a moment. Let's drop some lore facts that I can randomly do and let people have a quick break. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. But yes, we have you in the Top of the Rift. Currently You can see good old buddy, favorite person in the world, Aster, is talking with a couple people, just really getting the table layouts. Again, we have like a slightly risen platform where assuming we're going to have Sin with the clouds coming by and the beautiful background showing off. He's going to have like a star spotlight star moment up top. Currently, Esther's just helping arrange like where food goes, all of these other little things. But yeah, what would you like to do?
Yeah. I believe he was messing with table settings last we left off.
Yes.
And Rage put an Aster lore drop in the chat.
Yeah, I paid for an Aster lore drop, please.
Do you have a specific request related to that?
No, I want to know what his life was like. I want to know what his background's like. Because I know we got like a little tease about how he had like an under.
Cool. This won't be too big of a spoiler because we're probably gonna draw some of this anyways. But yeah, Aster grew up in the Undercity of Wishfall. The person that you actually see him with, one of the people that you see him with, is a centaur, who also grew up in the Undercity as well. They both went to the orphanage together. She seems to be his assistant of some sort, or right-hand man, whatever label you want to put on it. And yeah, they grew up in the orphanage of Wishfall. They snuck off when they could, finding one of the secret routes out that went to the Evergreen Mall, which then was just called the Evergreen before it was turned into all these little shops. And it was their favorite place to sneak out because there were fountains, there was free and fresh food growing in there. They bugged the original owner of the mall a lot, Wisteria, and eventually she like helped take care of them and bring them up to this top layer and like understand things up here a lot better. He didn't have the rough, like he didn't have like it wasn't Orphan Annie level of bad, like he wasn't like insanely abused or anything, but you know, he didn't have the best growings up, and he knew that there was a world above him that grew up a lot better than him, and he wanted to make it so the place that he grew up in got the same capabilities. And as far as anyone knows, that currently is what he's still fighting for. It just seems to be either a long process or he's finding a very interesting way to go about it. Does that satisfy your lore drop, or is something else?
I need one more piece of childhood trauma.
Stubbed his toe really bad.
Don't be lame. Come on.
He did not really have any like severe child. He saw it. He did not experience it. That's the best way I could put it. He
Oh, does he have like firstborn syndrome?
Kind of.
Or lastborn syndrome?
Closer to firstborn. Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. But yeah, you see Aster wheel going back in. You see Aster is up there with a centaur with very like muted green fur. It looks like moss almost. She seems to be helping with him, specifically coordinating, and then helping with who you assume is TM, or who is TM, who is the owner of the restaurant, and then also just a few other people helping to arrange stuff. But yeah, you're welcome to approach Kanitae.
So I think she's just gonna kind of like walk up behind him. Kind of has like one hand on her hip and just goes, "You need a hand?"
As you do that, you watch the centaur's hand crackle with energy for a moment, turning around at the sudden voice behind, and sees that it's like a singular individual, looks around, double checks real quick, and drops the arcane energy from her hand. Aster like sees the reaction, sees you, and turns around and says, "You're Kanitae, right?"
I just nod.
Right. Yeah. Do you have an opinion? I only know so much about this stuff. We have some weird meal combos coming up. I just got everything that Sin was asking for, and I'm just trying to put together it best I can. Don't know how to cockatrice. It's just a weird, unique choice.
Yeah, I'm not much of a chef myself, but I do know Sin, and I think, put your trust in him. He won't steer you wrong.
Uh, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, are you coming tonight? You're welcome to participate if you're into, putting away the music for a while, learning a new skill. That's what I'm attempting here to, at least. Or if you already are skilled in cooking, I don't know your expertise.
Does he seems like nervous, right? He's just
Well,
like he seems like he's like babbling to me.
roll an insight check.
Okay. In the hell is that? Okay. 14.
14. No, nervous isn't quite. Excited is closer to the word. There's
High energy.
closer to that. I'm probably not putting it into me because I am very low energy right now.
Right.
But he's very high energy about what he's doing. He's not going like crazy about everything. But once like there's more people stepping away and he has a one-on-one conversation, he does seem to like focus more in on you, and it's less like him going eye crazy everywhere, and he like focuses in. And when he realizes he's asking you specifics about yourself, he's like, oh, I should focus, get on who I'm talking to and what we're talking about. He also doesn't seem super nervous about the food because he really isn't an expert in food. He just seems to be like, okay, we gotta get this right, this is what's in nest, where they need to be. Like he just seems to be, his mind seems to continuously be moving is the
Right.
biggest thing.
Right. I think she just kind of like smiles a little bit and is just like, uh, I can do basic things. I don't share Sin or Lysander's talent, that's for sure. But you know, I could feed myself if I need to. But yeah, maybe a change of pace would be nice. Thank you.
You're also, I believe, a friend of Sin's, right? So I mean, more.
We're recent coworkers. I'm still getting to know the guy, but he's very what's the word I'm looking for? He's very reliable. So
Good word choice. And coworkers can be friends, right? Isolde. And he just like kind of like gives her like a tap with a finger on the side, and
what did he call her?
Isolde, Isolde. Um, and none of her moves, her tail just flickers for a moment. She's just like writing in a book, not paying attention to anything at the moment, and then looks up at him, expecting at the book, and just the tail moves. She doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and um Connie just kind of shrugs and she just goes, "Yeah, she seems like a reliable coworker too. She would look like she's about to blow my head off."
You watch the book close that she was writing in, and she puts it under um one of her arms, and then she begins signing at you. Uh, Question: did you take sign language as an option for one of your languages?
I don't believe I did.
Okay.
Nope. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant.
She makes some gestures,
Mhm.
and Aster lets out a little chuckle, and he responds in kind to her, and turns to you and says, "Sorry, she's being fresh. I'm not gonna tell you what she said, but
Oh, I would love to know what she said though, because you
just
know
warning about proximity and stepping up behind people can lead to bad
that's
things."
fair. Nope, that's fair. That's very fair.
But she
The
could put it in a
unprecedented
nicer
attack.
way, and he like signs at her like, "Stop, like don't be rude." But yeah. Is there anything you specifically want to do with either of these two, or anything else you want to do in this building right now, or you want to go away, come back in a little bit? Because it is also like midday, by the way. So all of you guys who have like a thing or two that you want to do, uh, remember, if you're going to the cooking thing at night or closer to the end of the
Mhm.
evening, you
Yeah.
only have so much time to do things.
Yeah. Um I think just like, if there's anything that still needs to like be organized, like she'll start like passively helping him kind of. Um, but um just kind of start being like, it was pretty thoughtful of you to throw this together for the ladies at the Church of Selene. What why here though? Why this?
I mean, the location wasn't technically my choice. I kind of gave Sin a few options. But
Mm,
once I said top of the rift, I saw his eyes light up a little bit, and he didn't back down from it, so I wasn't afraid of the challenge of pretending to be a professional cook in the highest place on this city, and probably
mhm.
technically on Vagari. It's probably the highest place in the world, technically. He sits
I
and thinks
mean,
about that for a second.
how much higher do you get than a floating city? Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. But they've had a rough go at it at Church of Cell, even more so now. But
Mhm.
between the issues with Nick passing, didn't make it easier in general for the group, and then Judy passing, and then
Right.
he just like looks outside at the sky. That's complete darkness right now. He's like,
Mhm.
they've just have a lot going on right now. Um, a distraction is always nice. It is always helpful. It usually brightens the mood. You're a bard, yes?
Yeah.
I mean, you know the finer points of inspiring people, don't you?
Sure. I guess you could say I'm a little surprised. I mean, I don't know. I feel like these days especially, I've been learning a lot of extra things about people that I wasn't expecting to learn. And recently I'm learning that you are a very fervent activity organizer. So,
Yeah, you didn't learn my real name though, right? We can't have that leaking out. He gives a wink when he
oh,
says that, like it's a joke.
your
Okay,
real
okay,
name.
it's and he says, yeah, activities bring people closer together, having something to focus on. Again, it's good to not be what everyone wants you to be all the time. Sometimes it's good to be something more for a little while.
Sometimes it's good to be yourself.
I
Sometimes it's good to share parts of your story that nobody else knows.
I I don't get to be myself very often. The problem with being a celebrity is you have a persona.
Yeah, that that has to suck. Who is the real Aston Montego? Do you share that with anybody?
Uh, one time Lonnie tried to come for an interview about the real me.
God.
They left very disappointed. I'm
I can only
hoping,
imagine.
I'm hoping I can show the real me one day. When we get to see the real Wishfall, I think the real me have a chance to come out.
What do you mean by that?
City isn't just the people on top. People
You're right.
down below too.
There's yeah. So you're familiar with the Undercity then?
About as familiar as someone could get with it. I used to have some. Another reason I very much liked Sin. I used to have some very similar ink to what I've seen on him back in the day.
Used to.
Yes, the nice thing about Kiku's work is that it can be taken off if
Hmm,
it's attuned. I take it off for the performances, and I haven't had them on for a while.
that's a shame.
But how did you come into your own persona, as it were?
I try to be as most like myself as I can be, but there's some aspects of my life I keep private. kept, relationships private, some acquaintances private. It's not everybody's business, so to speak.
I get that. One thing, the closer you get to the top, the more people want to know about the bottom.
Hmm.
So that's why no one gets to know any of it. Makes life a lot easier.
So.
Except this one just yells over to Sold, who's just like still writing and looking up, and then she makes a gesture which you're pretty sure means "fuck you," like just from the way it looks.
What's the bird?
It's fairly universal. He just smiles and goes back to the to whatever work it is that you guys are currently handling.
She'll go, yeah, well, if there's one thing I've learned from working with the collective and investigating everything that's been going on lately, everyone's got something that they're keeping to themselves, and it's not always great to not have anybody to confide that into. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you need an extra listening ear, my lips are sealed. I'm not one to blab other people's secrets.
Roll a persuasion check.
Has a 16 on the die. Persuasion is a +7, 23.
Pull up the stats of Aster Montego. Anyways. He gives a small smile and says, I will keep that in mind. No interviews as of right now, but in the future.
Aster. No offense, but you could say I'm not a fan. I see you as a person, not as a celebrity. I know all of Wishfall absolutely adores you, and that's their prerogative. You're not my vibe. It's as simple as that.
The omission of the truth here.
Is it though?
I hate you. But
she
I know
she
that
hates
you're
him a little bit less.
Yeah, that's a fair
I
point.
hate you.
Time to roll an insight
Change
check.
my opinion. What's that meme where it's like the
Oh,
Change my mind.
Change my mind.
Yeah. I hate you. Change my mind.
I mean, she does hate him like about 20% less ever since Una told her like what his actual deal is.
Yeah, Vinny's like, bet. Vinny in our session 0 saw that we all were like, yeah, Aster Montego, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Vinny was like, bet.
Bet. I'm gonna make you like this fucker.
It's fine. I'm sure some of you will resist until the very, very end, and I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he takes in what you're saying and says, hey, that's honestly fine. You don't have to be a fan. It's...
I'm just saying, I'm not looking to interview you person to person. Everybody needs someone to confide in, and sometimes the one go-to person isn't always available. Looks at Isolde, I think is what you said her name was. Isolde. Looks towards Isolde and just goes, everybody needs an extra friend or two to shoot the shit with and say their piece and just get things off their chest.
Does this mean you want to actually go out and hang out with me? Because the first part of your statement didn't sound like that would have been a great time for you.
I was saying I'm sorry. I was saying like your performances aren't my cup of tea. That's all. They're not. It's not my vibe. But I would like to get to know you as a person and maybe be friends.
Person versus persona. New concepts.
Mm.
I will get back to you, but I'll have to see if the person's available.
Mm. See, the problem with personas, they protect us. But the person needs room to breathe. And she's gonna leave.
Alright. Cool. Who wants to do something next now that you guys, everyone else has more day stuff and some people wrote some of the day stuff? Hey, the two final things that are going to basically be happening is going to be the cooking class, which whoever wants to be there can be there, and then everyone prepping their innovation stuff. If anyone has things they want to be doing before that, let me know now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead.
You
go ahead.
first. No, you.
Who has the higher initiative?
Not me.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure my initiative is 0.
I don't have my sheet in front of me.
Well, you aren't prepped to
Therefore,
play
it's
D&D, are
0.
you? Okay, since Rach left, you can go, Ethel.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I would like... We have a map, and I could refer to it, but Vinny, is the hospital on the way to the churches? Because I know the churches are... Or vice versa.
So churches are very close to Central. The Healing Hearts Hospital is almost all the way in the northwest corner.
Oh, damn, I have +2 to initiative. Who knew?
I think the rest of us are still at the collective?
There's time during the day. You guys can have gone places.
Yeah. I would like to... I have 2 plans before going to the cooking class in the evening, and that is to just drop by the hospital for a minute and just see how one is doing. And the other is to head to the church.
Yeah, who's doing? Sorry.
Delton?
Delton.
I think
Okay.
his name
No,
is.
it's not
I
that you.
double-checked earlier.
No, you're right. You didn't say the name wrong. It just cut off mid thing, so I couldn't hear the name you said.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, you can check out and see how Delton's doing. I think it's only been about a day. So, but when you get there, he has lost some exhaustion points. He is able to be conscious. He's not insanely conscious. Like, he's there. He looked like someone who got beaten up badly. But considering he got, like, wrecked 12 hours ago, he's doing okay, comparatively. But you're able to go in. You can, he's easy to find there, because you knew where his room was anyways. And you can see him being conscious there. He's eating some food. Roll me an insight check.
Insight. I can do that. Also, after the conversation we just had, I realized that I once again did not have my character sheet up, and I'm sorry.
Guys, I have to prep a whole fucking page of notes. Can't have the app open.
It's not an app, is the
It is in fact an app.
Mine isn't?
You print yours out, don't you?
No. It's just in PDF format on my computer. It could be printed. Don't make that face at me. My insight is high. That's an 18 on the die, and I can figure out what to add to it in literally 2 seconds if you want to wait for me.
Nope, don't need to. 18 is more than enough.
Okay.
You guys brought him here 12 to 20 hours ago. He's still alone in this room. No one else is here. And that could be because he's also topside versus where he's not supposed to be, because as you know, he is from the underground. And
right.
That's probably the simplest way to explain it, is really just like, it's awfully lonely in this room.
Well,
he's not really conscious or anything. He's just like he like wakes up for a bit. If there's food or stuff around there for him, he takes it. But otherwise, that he seems to still just be healing. But it's a very lonely room.
mm-hmm. Okay. There's like a little. Is there like a hospital gift shop? Sometimes hospitals have those.
I'm just gonna roll a d20. Yes.
Great. I'm gonna purchase a couple of trinkets and a card. Like, if there's flowers in there, that's what I'm getting. But I don't know if there'd be flowers in there, so that feels, you know.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna get him a card and sign it, and then I'm making a mental note, which I will write down on physical paper, for my own purposes, to come back later with a real card signed by maybe some of his friends.
Okay.
But this is like a quick fix solution to something that I don't have like a real time today to take care of.
That is fair. Yeah. You can grab a couple things. We'll say it costs you like 5 gold to get some like a
Great.
couple things. Some overly expensive chocolates.
Perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, that visit can be pretty quick. You go in, you see, seems to be healing, seems to still be alive. You solve what problems you see there
Yeah.
that you can, and then you wanted to go to the church.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have been to the church, I think, since Judy died?
I think you came in for a quick visit to do something, but I don't think it was a long
Oh, did I?
thing. We've done a lot,
Yeah.
so
Regardless, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do some of my clerical duties in the library. I will talk to people if there are people to talk to. But it's not um I'm not going for talking to people. I'm going because I still have a job and I still have a goddess who I care for greatly despite the fact that she and her mantle holder are missing at the moment. Um I'm gonna stay dedicated to what I have signed up for and work on that before I go to the cooking class.
that's fair. You see Tilda there? There's other people there too, but like of like familiar, friendly faces. Tilda's probably the one that sticks out a bit. She's also still trying to do like basic duties and get like some stuff done. You tried to drag her into the library before, and we're like, this is a good place to be. So she's still like trying to do some stuff back there.
Great.
She
Super
seems
happy to have her along.
yeah, she seems uh nervous. Um, couldn't tell you why, but yeah, no.
I mean, understandably so.
Yeah.
We had somebody die in this building not that long ago.
Yeah. She sees you. She gives you like a small, quick smile, but continues doing the work. Also, doesn't seem to like be like doing any conversation. So unless there's something specifically you want to talk to her about, you guys can just exist in the same space together and go through the motions of working on these things.
I would like to mostly exist, but I will take a pause in the middle to just at some point that's by where she's working, and I'll just take a pause and look at her and say, "Are you quite all right, Tilda?"
There's like a like visible jump to her where when the silence gets broken. Yeah, just concentrating. There's been a lot going on, and then other things. I'm stressed. Is it always stressful here?
Not usually. And she kind of gives like a very contemplative look, thinking about the roller coaster of a time she's had on Wishfall in general. And then she like comes back to the moment. She's like, most of the time, it is a lovely place to be. The city as a whole and the church itself. Every once in a while, though, trials do crop up. But that's how life works, yeah?
Wrapping up a lot real quick here. She says, just like handshaking, putting a book back up on a shelf.
Certainly. And we're trying to fix that. That's what we do, is we try to fix that. But Tilda, if you need anything, let me know. Okay?
Don't like that I can't feel her anymore.
Me neither.
Is there anything we can do about it?
Not as far as I know. But I have a feeling she'll be back. I just don't know when.
She nods. The answer is a little comforting, but it's not good news. No, not much changes. But you guys exist in the same space for a bit. The comfort of just being around another person who's dealing with similar, not exact, but like some similar troubles that you're dealing with. Yeah. And are you going off anywhere from there, or just?
No, I just wanted to check in with her.
Okay.
And then let her know that I'd be there if she needed me. That's it.
Temerity. What dark deeds are you committing?
The assumptions.
The pan, really?
I had to. It's Temerity. Come on.
No fans allowed.
I mean, we're planning on. I wanted to spend more time on my craft for the discovery days.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. I wanted to go speak with Vito.
Okay. Oh.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. About during the day, during
About
work stuff, or like, are you waiting for him to get out of work? How are we doing it?
Oh no! Why would I ever respect that he's working?
100% fair. You haven't yet, so might as well just continue the cycle.
I mean, like, telling him illegal things is one thing. Telling him, like, sexually illicit things is completely different.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you head up to the police station. The people who like actually pay attention to faces that come in and out kind of just double take being like, weren't you here like just whatever. Yeah, you know where Vito's office is. It's easy enough to track down. Yeah, and you're able to find him, and he gives a curious expression at your entrance. I just need clarification what's going on before. I just need clarification.
Before what?
Where that door gets shut, anything, just...
I mean, either way, the door should be shut, no?
Does this work for both of us? Does this work for you? Is this work for me? That still doesn't sound good. What are we doing?
Well, I have a proposal for you.
Okay. Sounds safe so far.
I close the door.
Feels left safe now.
How's your day going? Let me ask about you a little bit first.
It's been pretty good working on with a lot of the new information that we just got from your group. It's been pretty helpful. No big leads yet, but the nice thing is we're working with more of the puzzle pieces. I'm learning Druidic. That's weird. Besides those two things, not much has changed since last night. How did last night go, by the way?
Elaborate? What do you mean?
Last night you were going back to the Jewel Chalice, and I think you were working, or you were doing something else, but I asked if I could come by, and you said no, so I assumed you were busy doing something. I'm just asking how it is. You don't have to tell me what it is. I'm just asking how your night was. That's okay.
Would you be interested in a polyamorous relationship with me? And my wife.
Do I get to meet her at some point?
Have you ever been in a polyamorous relationship?
No, but it's been a very weird couple of months. I'm down for some adventures.
Well, that is definitely a really wonderful response initially. So polyamory.
We can pinwheel.
And
You
I'll
don't have to
define
explain.
it to
Yeah.
him.
For those of you who
I'll
don't know what
define it to
polyamory
him.
is, go look it up.
Mhm.
It's well, some of us would say it's a good time. Not everybody, but that's an opinion. Either way. No.
So absolutely you would be meeting Vivienne.
Okay. Then sure.
Sure.
Yeah, as long as I'm getting to it'd be very weird to not meet the other person unless you specifically want it like that for an actual reason. But no, I'm okay. So are you here's a question. I don't know if it's just the fun that you like to have with me, which is fine. You seem to like negging or avoiding at certain points, and like when we were trying to talk about family, you didn't seem super happy about that. Is that stuff that is still you just don't want to ever do, or was it like specifically have to be in the polyamorous relationship to be allowed to talk about things outside of, well, the things we did here and the things we did there?
So the things I discuss with clients
Mhm.
are very clear for me. I prefer not to get into personal details as I have semi-disclosed to you. It can get a little sticky when it gets a little too personal. When it's a client, provider of service relationship. However, when it becomes more personal relationship, I am much more open to having these sorts of communications. I'll admit that it is very much defined by my wife because she is the primary power holder within our relationship. I'm sure you understand. She's the leader, I guess. So whatever she's comfortable with, that's the rules I follow.
Top of the
So
food
I would
chain.
definitely encourage you to meet her and discuss that with her. Otherwise, if she gives her blessing, I'm more than happy to talk to you about my family or whatever else you would like to know about me.
Does this mean you actually like me?
The fact that you don't know yet is entirely adorable.
I could have just been a very good client. And also a very good team worker. I feel like I'm part of the crew now, except for the parts that when you guys say things that terrify me to my soul. But besides that,
Well, you're a fantastic client, minus the payment part. You haven't paid me in a while, but um partner, phenomenal.
does the partner role require a higher fee, and are there more benefits along with the fee? He like grins as he's saying that.
Benefits. Do we get healthcare?
I can't say that I have. I'll be honest with you. This is my first time kind of converting a client into a potential addition to our relationship. I don't usually like people or anyone as much as I enjoy your accompaniment. So this will be a learning experience for all of us, I would say. Just promise that once you meet my wife that you won't forget me for her.
We're gonna play the weirdest, funnest thing I think we've ever played on this thing. I need to look something up real quick. Perfect. Nope. Definitely not the right thing.
Do you need me to banter longer? Because I can.
Sure. I believe in you. Let's see.
Well, I'm honestly really enticed and excited, as when I proposed it to her, she was quite aloof about the situation and very interested in meeting you. Perhaps if it's possible, if you know of any, how do I say this without sounding ominous? Like, don't drink anything she gives you. Just be very cautious, because as much as I love her to death, I know that she is a extremely jealous lover. And I just want to make sure that you are also preserved. And of course, I'll look out for you, but at the end of the day, my wife is my priority. Doesn't that make sense?
Completely. Here's a fun thing. We're gonna roll for sexuality real quick. Rach, roll me a d4.
Roll for sexuality.
Wait, a D4? Shouldn't it be like at least a D6?
No, I cut out a few things that definitely wouldn't make sense, like being straight, considering, and also being a lesbian.
Considering.
So a few things got cut out there.
Oh God, please be a 4.
Roll
Please be
for
a 4.
sexuality.
Roll for sex. I can't read it. I rolled a 4!
Okay, cool. And I don't have to tell you what that is.
All of them. All of it.
It's pansexual. I'm calling it now.
Pansexual.
Good choice.
Demisexual.
Of course it was. Pans get the top spot in my book. Of course. He says, I'm 100% interested. I don't know if your wife... That's a weird statement. Both the first thing and asking me not... How worried are you that someone would leave you for your wife? Pretty sure in Poly you all agree on things and don't fuck with that. But that's
It's not the worry that you would leave me for her. It's more my understanding that she's infinitely better than me. And as someone who I'm sure you have perceived, I am the best. Minus her.
roll me an insight check.
You bet. I know. Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, I rolled like absolute dick. 6.
Cool. He seems contemplative, but you don't get a read onto what he's contemplating about exactly. What you do hear him say It's like, so, like, if she just passes me, like, a pitcher of water, can I not take from that? Like, what are the rules exactly with, like, being able to have food around this individual? Can I have sustenance, or...
So, I'll be honest, I don't imagine that she'll pass you anything. She refuses to take on any sort of servitude role, um, even within the bedroom. Fair warning. Um,
Gotcha.
just it's the basic rules of when you go to the club, don't drink from a drink that you leave while you're in the bathroom, sort of thing. Like, of course I'll look out for you, but if she decides she wants to poison you to death, that's not my prerogative.
He actually laughs at that, and then starts going over to his desk and starts looking through a couple drawers. He's like, poison me. Okay, that's a new one, but I think I have something for that anyways. I just didn't think that would ever be a thing I'd have to use. That was a graduation
And
gift from my
to
parents.
be fair, I need you to know there have been times where she intentionally poisoned me, told me about it, and then I had to do certain things in order to get the antitoxin.
I,
So it could be part of it.
I had a feeling, actually, honestly, when you were halfway through that story, I kind of already saw where that was going. Ah, here. He walks over to you, opens your hand, and puts a key in it. Says, "Sure, we can be in a relationship if you want."
What is this?
It's the key to my apartment. You're welcome to come by whenever you want, or I can come see you if you prefer.
Vito. That's so romantic.
You're the one coming in with all the romance.
I mean, I feel like I was a little more political, but this is like, I can look through your sock drawer.
He stops and thinks for a moment, like a long think, as any man want to do. Just for a moment, just like, yes,
From one man to
yeah.
another.
He's just like, yes, you can. It's the under the bed you need to
Side
worry about.
table. It's the where I need to worry about?
Under the bed.
Oh. Where is your apartment located?
Insert here. 9025 Feywild Drive. I don't know. Yeah, no.
I'm so happy that you were interested. Vivian, that's her name, by the way. I know I said it, but I didn't say it like officially. Vivian is going to be accompanying me to the Discovery Days. And she said she was interested in meeting you during that. So, do you think that would work for you?
I'm kind of working it, but I have free time during, so I can definitely. Yeah, I mean, you can come bug me while I'm working too, as we know, and
No,
kind of
I
just
always
gestures
do.
around.
I prefer to bug you while you're working. It's almost a game.
He gives you a kiss on the cheek and says, "I like this game very much. I do have to actually do some work, if that's okay. Some work. If you try to do anything to me right now, I will open the door."
You think that'll stop me?
No, but good, you're right. That is just worse for me in the end, isn't it?
Honestly, that's kind of my job. It's
Fair
really
enough.
sweet when you don't think things through. You're
Yeah,
so pretty.
it's almost like it's a character that's not actually played by a real PI detective. Therefore, my intelligence level a little lower than one. But
All
yeah,
right. I'll
he,
leave you alone.
again, you're welcome to come by whenever. Preferably while I'm there. If you really feel like snooping, go ahead. But preferably while I'm there.
It's nice to know that I have your permission, though. But one thing before I leave, it's very important. Do you have like your notebook and stuff? It's like actually research related.
Oh. He looks very surprised, goes over and grabs some paper and a pen, a quill.
So I've been a little reluctant to tell you, and I know that we've been super open about the illegal stuff leading up to now. But especially now that we're in a relationship effectively and not supposed to have secrets. It's really important that I share with you that. And then I just fucking tackle him. Give him a really nasty hickey.
And it was going one way or another. I was like, oh wow, either we're actually going to get some information, or
I thought we were getting a lore drop. You bamboozled us.
one of the two.
I saw you with your notebook.
Awesome. Cool. We can cut that scene there.
Visible. It has to be visible.
Got you.
Okay. Thank you.
Visible. Cool.
There's definitely some glitter left behind.
That's just everywhere all the time.
Everywhere.
You don't have dandruff or skin flakes. Temerity just has glitter. Come on.
Glitter just
you don't interact with Tinkerbell without a little bit of fairy glitter on you.
Yeah.
Anyways. Cool. Is there anything else Temerity's doing besides that specifically?
No, just refining my thing for the discovery days, that's all.
Cool. Quick thing related to that. It's time for a choose your own adventure, Temerity.
I love those.
You need to find. There's 3 different paths. There's 3 different things you need to get to the end result. And there's 2 ways you can go about every single one of them. First, you need to find gems that can have spells cast into them to then turn into glitter to then add to the loop. It's a process. Okay. So, to get the gems, would you like to go topside or underground for those?
I mean, does it seem like it'll be easy to find them topside?
Easier to find them topside. There's literally a jewelry shop.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. To at least have a test run and then an actual thing, like a finished product, just to for screwing around with it, it's going to cost you 600 gold just to get the gems.
Just to get to them?
Get the gems, yep.
Get them. Yep. All of them.
Yep.
Hold on.
Reminder that there is a first, second, and third place, and the lowest thing you get in third place is $3,000. So
yeah, no, I know that. I know that.
Gotta spend some money to make money.
That's right. You said 600?
Yep.
Do you need to contact Asunar for some glucose guardian bullshit?
Yeah, we can just assume you are summonable when it comes to that.
I get all of them for 600. I'm sorry, I keep making you reiterate it.
Yep.
But okay, yeah, I can do that.
The next thing you need to do is find someone who can infuse spells onto the gem. Okay. Would you like to go above ground or underground for that?
Can I ask Cinn if they know anything about anyone who could do that?
Oh, yeah.
Cinny Minnie.
Yeah, Temerity, what can I do for you?
I can't.
It's so fucking cute and obnoxious. Oh my god.
That is a really great nickname.
That's my vibe.
I mean, his name is literally Cinn Amin Alamoad. It was bound to happen at some point.
And who else but me?
So many potential nicknames.
Do you know anyone who would be able to infuse these precious stones with magical energy for a reasonable price?
mean, do you want like people at the academy, like the professionals? Are you looking for a little bit more slapped together? There's people in the Undercity who can do that sort of work too. I don't know what's your end goal here. Depends on the school of magic, I imagine.
I need someone who can do the job for a reasonable price.
All right, well, the Undercity is probably the way to go if you're looking for a more reasonable price.
A man after my own heart. Who do I need to speak to?
Vinny, I think we're running to the edge of my knowledge.
Yep. You know that Kiku, who does his own infusions, they do their own infusions for their tattoos, and the needles would be able to infuse the gems.
Perfect. Well, I mean, you already know Kiku with the magic tattoos. That's magic infusions. I'm sure he could do something for you that doesn't involve the ink. I can probably give you a better way down to get there, so you don't have to take the bathroom entrance again. There's some classier routes you can take.
Because you talked to Sin beforehand, it was going to cost quite a bit more to get these casted. But, you know Sin. So, to get a casting in each of the 2 stones, it's going to cost you 200 gold each.
Wait, it's gonna cost Sin 200 gold to refer me to...
Nope.
Oh, me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so another 600?
Another 400. 200
400?
and 200. You have 2 gems.
Okay, I hope that I win. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Sin.
Yeah, no problem. Kiku
You let me
is
know if I can
always
ever
got good
do
luck.
anything for you. You know, if you need anyone seduced or whatever.
Yeah, no, I will let you know. I don't particularly know what I would do with your particular set of skills at the moment, but if I need someone seduced, you'll be the first person I call.
Well, it's not even if you need someone bedded, it's just if you need someone to be a little more, I don't know, agreeable to your opinion. Usually I'm able to convince people of certain things, regardless of my use of certain attributes.
Can you convince people that I did a real good job at this cooking lesson I got going on later today? I'm like pretty nervous about it. I'm really just a chef at, the Jewel Chalice, and they're having me go to Top of the Rift. I got Asta Montego. I got Lysander there. I'm pretty nervous.
And I've never seen you like this before. It's quite
Yeah, well,
sweet. It's endearing, truly.
Lion's the king of the jungle, and now you're taking me to the big city. It's out of my element. These are some high rich people. They're gonna have some great expectations for things. So,
Well, if I could say anything, I would say the greatest person that I know within the cooking skill is you. You always know you can honestly your charismatic skills are really quite admirable. You can almost have a brief conversation with someone and know exactly what it is that would sate their needs as far as what sort of snack they need or any sort of recovery they're looking for. And that's impressive in its own right. But if you would like me to supplement in your already obvious skill, I would be more than happy to supply my advocacy during your cooking class. So you
yeah,
bet I will be gassing you up, as they say.
I appreciate all the help I can get. I mean, this is the biggest cooking thing I've done. So, anything you can do to help out. But yeah, Kiku will take good care of you. I was going to try to get some more practice in today. I mean, I don't have cockatrice in my house. You're not going to afford that stuff for your day to day. But I got some chicken. You can sort of practice. The texture's similar enough.
Well, I have nothing but faith in you, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's not often that I have such a positive interaction with someone that I have not betted. So I would say that it is our relationship is quite incredible.
Well, I appreciate that. Oh, and if you're going to go see Kiku, will you send him down some of these? I got some chocolates he really likes. He likes the dark chocolates. So I got a set of them. You melt them over strawberries. It's a nice touch. He's got a bit of a sweet tooth, but if it's a fruit, then it's not as bad for him. So
Absolutely. Thank you for your help, and I will be happy to offer mine.
thanks.
Y'all so cute.
Hmm.
Love that. Cool. The final step, and probably the most complex part, is going to be turning the gems into glitter and fusing them into a loop. So, to do that, you want to go topside or underground?
All right. I feel like I have tapped my topside resources. I'm going to go down town. I'll seek out my sibling. Why not? I'll say you hate magic. Can you help me find somewhere where it's really prevalent so that I could get this glitter tuned for my specific needs?
Yeah, you talk to Harmony, and they are able to be like, in this area. I mean, it's a little east of here, but there's the place underneath the Ashen Industrial area, like the artificing area. There's some lots of magic going on there. That's the most magic that I know of. We steer clear of there. Best I got. Trying to break magic? You okay?
Break magic?
That's what you're trying to look for, like high magic places. Oh, you're not trying to join us. Never mind. I read this wrong. Read this whole. I mean, if you ever want to learn how to do the fighting anti-magic stuff, let me know.
You truly do not know me.
It's fine. I still love you.
I still love you as well. It's just been a long time. Anyway, thank you for the direction. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Give me a hug and pretend you like it.
I hug them and I like it.
Okay. They give you a big hug. They wrap their tail around you to like squish you, and then they let you go.
You are tooth rottingly sweet. Right. I'm going to search out this shit.
You find your way, and it takes a while, quite a bit of time, to find your way through the underground to get to the artifice, the primeval artifice. When you get there, there seems to be no one from the underground seems to be there. Like, it's quiet and vacant for the most part. until you start stepping farther inside, getting into the areas where there's like empty laboratories, a lot of which seem to be completely untouched. But then as soon as you get past like the first like lobby area where it's still really quiet, and you go down like another hallway, you open a door and you just hear crazy raucous noise all over the place. You hear machineries moving, some people are yelling back and forth, and some uncomfortable sounding things happening. Uh, Things being squished together that probably shouldn't get squished together. It's just not in the Temerity way, in a very different sense.
Well,
But
all the things that squish with me are intended to be squished.
there we go.
I will summon Hex.
Sure.
And have him do a little scouting.
Sure. You find what is like another lobby-esque area that has different outcroppings and hallways that all hum with energy and have like a light glow to them underneath, showing like the power that is infused and flowing through them. One area you hear like growling like animals of some sort. In another section is where you hear a couple people who are yelling to each other. And in a whole other section is where you hear the machinery going. Which three would you like to go down?
Okay, so there's machinery, yelling, and what?
Machinery, yelling, and animal noises.
I will send Hex invisible towards the animal noises.
Okay. You find a lab that seems to have different glass casings or pods, a couple on each side and then one in a center area. And behind the controls, there's this little kobold with crazy spectacles on the top of his head. And he's just like, all right, give it another shot. Yeah, okay. Pulls a switch, and you watch in each of the different containers, one of them has a giant owl, and in the other one you see a brown bear. And you watch as the light overtakes both of them, and you are unable to see them. You hear both of the creatures cry out in pain, and watch as a steam fills up the center capsule. And you watch as the face of an owl bear appears against it, trying to like bash its head through. It seems wild and crazed, but it seems in some form two of these animals got fused into this third new one.
Wow. So that's how owl bears are made. Okay. Not really the sort of magic I'm looking for. I will have Hex back out of there and go towards the other, not the machine, the other one.
Gotcha. If I could have you rejoin the Google Meets, I think I had you draw.
Oh no. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm back in, I think.
Was showing your actual name. I don't know if you care about that.
Oh, why is that? Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
Then you need to unmute on Google Meets too.
Come on now. There we go.
Nice. Out of you. You go towards the yelling, not the machinery, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the yelling, you hear what sounds like, once you get closer and the echoing stops being so severe, you hear what just seems to be two voices arguing back and forth. And as you go in there, you see what looks to be just like a long cylindrical hall that's like a full circle, and in the around the entire edge and what seems to be growing from like a metal prod on the center inside, you're watching defying gravitational expectations. You can see crops are growing along the inside of this entire thing. So you're seeing like corn and wheat, carrots, some trees, all types of different crops are being grown in basically a full 360 circle, and then from this center point, another full 360. So it's saving as much space as possible, but growing as much potential food as possible. You see a couple of these long hallways with all this food, and you see some automatons going back and forth to collect some of it for like shipping or doing whatever with, experimenting on the food. You see currently arms crossed, both of them on like opposite sides of a table, yelling back and forth at each other. You see a warforge that seems to be made out of porcelain, just like a fine white sheen, that is arguing against this human who has crazed long auburn hair, very very tired eyes, and they seem to be arguing back and forth about specific parts of the formula that is related to this gravitational experiment with the food.
Oh.
They go back and forth. There's other products in here too. You see that there are different stones and minerals that seem to be being used for some form of experiment as well. They have different fires that are glowing at different colors, whether or not they mean different heats or intensities or fuel sources. They all seem to be having a different glow and color to them as well. It seems like this is an area where more alchemical versions of combining elements and forming nature and stuff like that is being worked.
Does it seem like is this like kind of going into like a bandit cave in Skyrim where they're immediately going to be hostile to you, or
Roll
or like
an insight check.
oh great, I'm so bad at those. Oh no, 10.
You are 100% sure there's been no doors, and there doesn't seem to be security. So either these people are insanely cocky, or they aren't like truly worried or covering for a threat. Maybe.
Okay. All right, I will walk in. Not cautious. I'll walk in confidently, taking in the area. I don't do anything unconfidently.
Are you waiting for their first reactions, or are you going to say something?
Oh, I mean, they're in the middle of a conversation. I'm not going to say something right now.
My dog's being stupid and over drinking water. Yeah, so you walk in. These two seem to be continuing this conversation back and forth. And eventually it stops. Not as the like human notices you. There's kind of more of like a quick, small little red glow underneath the porcelain warforged for a second, and then the head just turned towards you. And she says, "Seems that we have company, Kester." And the human just kind of like tilts his head and looks back at you, scratches like his really like dirty, grimy, long beard that has not been well kept at all. This, right? What kind of shipment are you looking for? What's going on? What department are you from?
Well, I can't say I'm from a specific department, although I am in the market for partying. Hello, my name is Temerity Serechor of the Jeweled Chalice. I am looking to see if I can get a little alchemical help regarding these jewels I have. I was looking into having these enchanted jewels turned into a sort of glittery property. Do you think that's something within your realm of capabilities? You seem very capable.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank you. Was it the last line?
No.
Oh God. Crap on a... Oh no!
You got fate points if you really...
You got, like, all the fucking fate points. I think this is a good time to use them.
Okay. Is it 2 points per
Just one.
dice point?
Just one for
1 point.
for your own, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 2
when you're doing it to someone
Um,
else's roll, you have to give up 2.
Okay, I will. From my 25 points, I will subtract 12 points to make it a 20.
Wow, you rolled an 8?
Yeah. Yeah,
Buddy.
I rolled a 3.
That was the good roll too?
Yeah, it was a 2 and a 3.
Dang. Okay.
God.
Cool. With a
Alright.
dirty 20, a very dirty 20, with a lot of additions.
Very
A
glittery 20, if you will.
disgusting 20.
Yeah, disgusting glittery 20. The two look at each other. The porcelain figure begins to speak up, and it's like, unfortunately, the head of agriculture. Civil. No, we're not gonna. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm gonna do this. This sounds so weird. I'm. And then just like walks away. From her and towards you. So, all right, what is it we're making? Can you repeat it one more time? Give me a second. Looks between like a few rings on his finger. Turns one that looks like a cog. It says, all right, one more time.
I'm looking to turn these enchanted gems into some sort of glitter lubricant.
Gotcha.
Glittery lubricant.
Can you tell me what the lubricant's supposed to be used for? Is it for a machine? Is it for personal intercourse? Is it for I don't know. Any more specifics? Because
It's for pole work.
not even the ones I said. Okay. Stops the ring. Says, "All right, cool. Let's get grinding." And brings you over to a section that seems to have a adamantium tipped kind of like sander almost. And it's like, if anything's gonna be able to cut that up, it's gonna be this thing. So Caster begins helping you, trying to slowly and carefully and continuously doing, because you need to refine this so much. It has to be like more refined than sand, like to be a glitter that is not dangerous to someone in any of the environment that you're doing. So you guys spend probably a couple hours just churning these two things into it. I need you to roll me 2d20s.
1 second.
How dare you not just roll when I command it? That is the only power I have.
You get 1 second, that's it. Just straight 2d20s?
Yep.
Fuck me, running 11.
For both? So, what,
And an 8.
Cool. That's not god awful. What it means is at the end of this, when you finish sanding all of it down and you have this giant pile of this illusionist based, basically like glitter. What are the two, because you're only going to have 2 runs for this. What 2 illusions do you want each gem to have had on it? Like, so when there is being work done on the pole, what are the illusions you want these 2? Because this is your first run. It's okay if they're simple. Like, one can be fire and one can be lightning if you want. But if you want to make each of them, like, super kooky and weird, Kiku could have done that for you. But we just need to know what they would have been.
Okay, I think I want one of them to be fire. For certain, because that has the most wow factor.
Right.
I think I want the other one to be that's a great question. I think I want the other one to be fireworks. Like really colorful, explosive, loud, kind of shocking almost. Like the ones that go you know?
And then get, like, real... Yeah, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
You are able to get 8 doses of the fire and 11 doses of the fireworks. As you
8 fire and 11 fireworks.
Yep. As you guys begin working through them, Caster says, "You're gonna do this. I don't know enough about specifically this whole working stuff. If you're going to be mixing weird things in there, you might as well add a few more. I'd recommend if you can get like a health potion. It's the basic one. To add it in, there might be some soothing relief for the body while it's dancing. You can add that into the loop as well. I don't know the precise alchemical mixture that would work the best, but if you have one or you can get one, if you want, we can prep the lubes down here, and then you can add different varying amounts of the healing potion to see what's the most effective without, overdoing it or underdoing it."
Well, thank you very much for your expertise, Caster. That's your name, correct?
Yes.
Is this what you do regularly?
No. This is fun. This is a good break. No, I'm busy being this city's bitch. But
In
that's
some
fine.
ways, I could say the same.
Really, the same way you're making all of the food and keeping the city running.
No, I just happen to bend over for 99% of the people that live here.
I mean, you're making money and you're doing something that you like. Good on you. Just
Tends to be the way it goes. Real recognizes real, though, my friend.
wish I could. And just is like going to work. Doing
You
some
wish you could.
recognize what's real.
Is it too personal of me to ask what you mean?
Oh, you're still asking questions. He like puts a finger on you for a second. Oh, you're actually here. Oh, hi.
Hello,
Castor Levoto. Nice to meet you. Sorry.
Temerity Serechor.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I something happened to me a while back. I got broken. So some things are just hard.
Would you like to talk about it?
No, last time I tried talking about it, I blew up a ship.
Oh. Would you like to kiss about it?
Don't think my wife would like that very much.
Oh, valid. Well, if
You've
you're ever interested in anything unspecific,
no,
I do work at the Chalice.
you're very handsome. I need to get back to my wife and my kid. But I'm straight. You're very handsome. It's just you're not my flavor. That makes sense.
Please do not worry. If I had to shed a tear about every time I was confronted with a heterosexual,
yeah, there's a frightening amount of us. It's a frightening amount of us sometimes, huh? It's like it goes back to work.
But truly, I appreciate your help. And again, regardless of any sort of innuendo, I'm more than interested in getting to know you as a person. You seem quite interesting, especially regarding your skill set. But I appreciate your help with this. And would you be attending the Discovery Days?
No, much worse than that.
Oh?
Oh yeah, I'm judging it.
Oh! Wow, that's incredible.
Not really. For me, I'd rather be down here working and away from people, to be honest. But do what you have to do.
Well, I hope my request of services or assistance from you doesn't affect my position within your judgment.
I won't tell if you want. I didn't know until like 2 days ago. So
that you were a judge?
Yeah, they apparently just.
Who tells you those things?
The one of the prominences comes and tells everybody. Apparently, they wanted someone from up here who lives up here. They wanted someone who is a recent transition from Earthside to up here, and then they wanted someone who represents the Ashen industrial name, and I guess that's fucking me. And just continues working on some stuff as he's talking. You can see him getting a little more irate as things happen. Like he uses a bit of magic to open something, and you watch it crumple and just churn like a little too violently as he does it. I mean, if you ever want to repay that favor, I have a way. Could you travel to other planes at all?
It's not something I've done recently, but it is not out of the realm of possibility. What can I do for you?
If you find any weird metals from other planes, it'd be really helpful. I thought it would be good with just the one, but apparently I need a few more for some stuff. Any of them, just like any. Chronomancy books too. You have any? Do you know anything about chronomancy? What kind of magic do you do?
Not off the top of my head. Although, and I'll dig in my bag.
You're gonna just pull out some random shit, aren't you?
I'm gonna pull out some random shit from the random shop. I'll pull out the brass conch shell. I would pull out the puzzle box made of infernal metal.
Strong start.
I forgot about some of it.
I will pull out the rod of unknown metal that always emits smoke. And fuck it. The flat disc of layered metal and prismatic glass with a hole in the center. Did any of these interest you?
I don't know
Can't say they're particularly incredible, but they're interesting.
I don't know what some of these are, but I'm fascinated. That one looks dangerous, and I'm curious about that. Can I have all of them? I'll pay you for them. I need the medals, honestly. Or I can give you... I actually have... they're gonna be giving these away, but I can actually give you one now. Do you like audio or visual better?
Audio.
Yeah. He goes over to like just a giant crate. He looks at it and like sighs for a second and comes back with this little ring that has a cog that's missing about a quarter of it and forms like almost like a little C, and hands it to you and says, if you turn that backwards, you can record audio directly to it. And he points to the one on his finger and says, it was an invention from Mother, basically. If you want to use it, you can record messages to yourself. You seem to be liking some fun stuff. Maybe you can record a good time with somebody. I don't know. You get imaginative with it. But that I also pay you a little bit if you want for them. I don't actually know what they are yet, but like you're welcome to come back and ask, and I'll tell you.
Well, thank you. I'd be happy to trade my things for your thing.
Sounds great. He begins looking.
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you first. First.
He begins looking at him, and he's like, I don't know what this is precisely. He looks at the brass conch and is like, pretty sure this is from the fireplace. Probably the city of brass. Interesting. Sit down. So another one. It's like, and looks at the smoke one. It's like, maybe the abyss? I don't know. There's some weird planes over here. And just like puts them all, and you see like he opens a drawer, and you just see like a fuck ton of other weird metals in that drawer, and just like throws them in for the moment. It's like, I will get to those as soon as I remember them. And shuts the drawer. Says, but thank you. It was nice meeting you, Temerity Serechor. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can you just, for my notes, can you just explain what the thing is that he gave
sure,
to me
I will
one
send
more time,
you. I will send you the item.
Hey, Vinny. I fucking hate you.
I know.
I hate you.
What is it? Why?
Say it.
Tavern is bullshit. That's why.
Why is he here?
Why is he still here?
Oh, is it Caster?
Yeah. Sorta.
Thank you for fucking telling me. God damn.
I don't know how I would even begin to explain is the problem. This is gentlefolk bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Wipe that fucking smirk off your face, you devious bastard. What the fuck did you do?
What?
Go to hell.
Why is he still here 5 years later?
That's what I'm confused about.
Better question is, what didn't you do, Mel?
Fuck off.
Better question.
Wow, that's some gaslighting shit.
Enjoy your new item.
Need more. I need more beverage. This is unacceptable.
Quarter ring. I think it's time for a break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break right now. Guys, we'll be back with some more stuff in a little bit. I'm gonna go get bitched at. Sending y'all some love, and yeah, we'll be right back.
You know what? Temerity's saying that to Asunar.
I'm gonna be real. Have you ever held a weapon before?
Oh, many a weapon. You would be surprised.
I'm not talking about
your
dick. I am not talking about your dick or someone else's dick. I'm talking about something you could... Something...
Nothing you say is going to help. Nothing you say is going to make it better.
Something you might potentially murder someone with.
Both of you to assume my
You can murder...
Thank you.
Connie, you can murder someone with a dick.
This is news to me.
Smoking like a true lesbian. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
That doesn't count.
I know
as
it, but like here, this is got multiple.
Is it?
This is such a problem tonight. Fuck. Anyway, the problem is it's because Ken keeps talking.
I guess I'll just shut the fuck up.
I guess I'll
just do like your bliss voice for Kid instead or something. Just use a different
No,
voice.
it's fine. It's fine.
Which bliss voice is the question?
Is one of them Southern?
No.
Don't make me full name you, Mel. What the fuck? Is this where Kellenvor died,
Hi.
Vinny?
I just remembered that and I got really sad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was right.
Not right here, but
in this place.
He died here?
He said
Not-
he
not
told
right
you
here,
that
but
he died in a mining incident.
He died in the Melrin mines?
yeah.
He said he
Does
was trying to
Sid
do...
have figured that out?
You got a nat 20 on your religion check. I will say
Yeah.
that, like, after a moment or two, you think about that. You like some of the previous conversations run through your head. You think about this little kid who, like, and then you replay the story a bit of being like, and like as he turned like 15, and hang out and have some family time crossover. Yeah, you're able to.
I mean, might as well teach them how to do it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to know how to make a healing potion.
Yep.
And remember, a family that heals together feels together.
Family that fights together might die together.
This is also potentially true.
Regardless, someone's gonna take a knee.
As you guys get to spend some time.
First of all, the Ivory Queen has some ways to get us out of the city from here that might be easier to get to than the greenhouse, especially considering how far the greenhouse is from us and the fact that we neglected to remember that the city sells watermelon that lets you see through invisibility and disguise self. So...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. There's magical fruit. It's kind of normal now, so I kind of forgot to think about it. But there's magic fruit that makes you do all wonder of things. It's really, really fun. But one of those is see basically into the ethereal plane.
I can't fucking wait to leave this place. What the fuck is this fucking hellscape?
But it's so
where you've got
interesting.
weird ass magic fruit.
Round. How are we feeling, guys?
I am not feeling good.
Just fucking peachy.
Cool.
Did I take any damage from that real quick?
Oh, you took 14 damage. Thank you for reminding me.
So happy to help.
Never remind him.
Hey, did we have homework last night?
I'm
not drowning.
I
am sleeping so good.
That was kind of the energy that got tossed out.
The party is lightly interrogated, sees Leon tied up and exhausted. He was in magic people cuffs, like with all the fingers. It was fun. We are accepted into the tribe, given jobs and a place to stay for the night, and instructed to report back in the morning for more stuff. Scaldy runs into her brother, shoots him in the foot.
A classic.
They do a little
Classic
talking.
Scaldy.
Yeah.
That moment did become like a defining moment for Scaldy as a personality trait.
I do love I remember so clearly, it was like, you see your brother there, and then there's just this pause, and you had to be like, what do you do? And then the pause lingered, and then it was, shoot him in the foot. Just total throwaway.
I was thinking of which was the least damaging to shoot.
Neither of us belong here. That's it.
It's fine. It was. I belong here. Look, I had a long Sunday. Is it? We don't belong in the Undercity. We don't belong on Wishfall. We don't belong in Vagari. Can you be more specific, please? There's just like a lot of different places.
She will spend 3 first level spell slots to answer. Oh, I'm gonna kill you,
At least
Vinny.
you're about to get your rest.
Yeah, no, thank fuck. I mean, not to be a person of a singular track mind, but you know, that's the way that Kind wants to go, is just down that one tunnel instead of laying out into these other ones. We can always check them on our way back, but
Did you just make a one-track mind joke?
yes, I did. Fuck off.
God. Awful.
Fen
Listen.
meows in annoyance.
I give him scritches.
George, just happy to be alive.
Yeah,
George is
just hanging out, just
George is
trotting
just
along.
doing his
Goes up
best.
to Sid, hoping for some pets.
Oh yeah, he
Get him
gets,
in it.
Sid just picks him up and he's like, "Oh, hi, buddy."
Oh my god.
Probably the least liked. Things that smelled awful, ratty mud off the street, and Onolove explained it as, if you give even the worst thing a chance to be better, there's a good chance it might happen.
Because I'm not sure I understand.
Is she acting good because she thinks acting good is going to keep everybody together, or is she just acting good because she got it all out of her system the night before?
She got most of it out of her system, so she's mellowed out.
Okay, that's all I was asking. Mellowette? Like just a little mellow? A small mellow?
She's
You
mellowed.
had to see that coming.
I'm hanging up now.
Hi, Mel.
I mean, there's people. But there's not like a lot of people, but people.
Oh, I didn't know. I assumed we were the only 4 in the shop, so that's my mistake.
Well, I mean, his shop is kind of like an outdoor stall. Like, again, he's literally like that guy from the opening from Aladdin, where it's like it's
Mel, the face.
My
I want that. I want that face as our new group chat.
Please no. Please no.
It's happening.
Seriously, me. For fuck.
I still think we should put in the fine print that, may induce death later on if you don't come up with a good catchphrase and transform properly.
All right, I'm coming around on this.
That's what I heard from our first meeting. So,
Must
I
be
mean,
okay
I'm all
with
for
hair
it.
color changes, and sometimes skin tone color changes, and sometimes physical species changes as well. We don't know. What if you pull the dog card and someone turns into a dog?
Okay, I'm back in.
That's gonna be confusing.
I feel like Connie can't contribute to the conversation right now. She's just staring angrily at her wall, like fuming quietly. She's gone from angry throwing stage to just
Trying to figure out if I have like a stress ball or something. I don't think so.
I can
a
be.
stress ball and a cutting.
I can. A barbarian can be used as a stress ball. I'm debating.
No,
Funny
you're
shit.
good.
It's funny as shit.
It hurts now.
Yeah, full stress to full laughter does that.
I'm gonna mute now. I'll be right back.
You go do your thing.
You get purple.
What?
What? Don't worry about it. Shh.
I really want like pixie form of like Eldritch Blast.
That's not me though.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
Here, and we're like, no, they just floated away and got. It wasn't. Unless she has some crazy magic, like people like are willing to testify, but you're probably gonna go to the police to just like have to explain some stuff. As this is going on, you all feel for the first time on Wishfall an earthquake. Trees, and it's like those could make some cool toys.
Yeah.
Some good wood.
Yeah,
Some nice
like
bark.
that would make a good grave. Like I think the justification is that would make a good grave. Where I would not bury somebody there.
Don't bury somebody into that dirt. Don't do it.
We're not burying anyone here. We can't kill anyone because we can't bury them
I
here.
want to know what justifies as bad dirt now.
Like, if it's not gonna be like
know.
good quality, if
In
it's not
nature.
gonna yeah, you would know
No,
too.
not as Lyra.
Wait.
We would have gone and done the fucking mudslide. That would have happened at some point.
It's Sid's favorite place. It is Sid's favorite place. Sid loves dirt.
It loves dirt.
It is a great paladin that swings a shovel axe. Of course, Sid loves dirt.
It was just the way you said it.
It was the way you said it.
Fantastic.
We're not
Sid loves
arguing the
dirt.
fact. It's just the.
It was the aggressive affection for dirt.
Is the love? I do have a question. Is the love for dirt greater than the love they have for Yvette? Because I don't think we've ever heard them talk about Yvette like that. It's like, I love you, and then I love dirt.
It's different. Dirt is like part of their
That's what they all
personality.
say.
Dirt is to Sid as necromancy is to Yvette.
Yes.
Like, probably equal amounts of love, but it's.
I feel like Connie can't contribute to the conversation right now. She's just staring angrily at her wall, like fuming quietly. She's gone from angry throwing stage to just
Trying to figure out if I have like a stress ball or something. I don't think so.
I can
think a
be.
stress ball is gonna cut it.
I can. A barbarian can be used as a stress ball. I'm debating.
The party is lightly interrogated, sees Leon tied up and exhausted. He was in magic people cuffs, like with all the fingers. It was fun. We are accepted into the tribe, given jobs and a place to stay for the night, and instructed to report back in the morning for more stuff. Scaldy runs into her brother, shoots him in the foot.
A classic.
They do a little
Classic
talking.
Scaldy.
Yeah.
That moment did become like a defining moment for Scaldy as a personality trait.
I do love I remember so clearly, it was like, you see your brother there, and then there's just this pause, and you had to be like, what do you do? And then the pause lingered, and then it was, shoot him in the foot. Just total throwaway.
I was thinking of which was the least damaging to shoot.
Trees, and it's like, those could make some cool toys. Some good wood.
Yeah,
Some nice
like
bark.
that would make a good grave. Like I think the justification is that would make a good grave. I would not bury somebody there.
Don't bury somebody into that dirt. Don't do it.
We're not burying anyone here. We can't kill anyone because we can't bury them
I
here.
want to know what justifies as bad dirt now.
Like if it's not going to be like good quality, if it's not going to, yeah, you would know
No,
too.
not as Lyra.
Wait.
Here, and we're like, no, they just floated away and got. It wasn't. Unless she has some crazy magic, like people like are willing to testify, but you're probably gonna go to the police to just like have to explain some stuff. As this is going on, you all feel for the first time on Wishfall an earthquake.
We would have gone and done the fucking mudslide. That would have happened at some point.
It's Sid's favorite place. It is Sid's favorite place. Sid loves dirt.
It loves dirt.
It is a great paladin that swings a shovel axe. Of course, Sid loves dirt.
It was just the way you said it.
It was the way you said it.
Fantastic.
We're not
Sid loves
arguing the
dirt.
fact. It's just the.
It was the aggressive affection for dirt.
Is the love? I do have a question. Is the love for dirt greater than the love they have for Yvette? Because I don't think we've ever heard them talk about Yvette like that. It's like, I love you, and then I love dirt.
It's different. Dirt is like part of their
That's what they all
personality.
say.
Dirt is to Sid as necromancy is to
Yvette.
Yes.
Like probably equal amounts of love, but it's
That doesn't count
I know
as a
it, but
social
like
Yvette.
here, this is got multiple.
Yvette, it doesn't.
This is such a problem tonight. Fuck. Anyway, the problem is it's because Kim keeps talking.
I guess I'll just shut the fuck up.
I guess I'll just
Just do like your bliss voice for Kid instead or something. Just use a different
No,
voice.
it's fine. It's fine.
Which bliss voice is the question?
Is one of them Southern?
No. Neither of us belong here. And that's it.
It's fine. It was. I belong here. Look, I had a long Sunday. Is it? We don't belong in the Undercity. We don't belong on Wishfall. We don't belong in Vagari. Can you be more specific, please? There's just like a lot of different places.
She will spend 3 first-level spell slots to answer. I'm gonna kill you,
At least
Vinny.
you're about to get your rest.
Yeah, no, thank fuck.
Round. How we feeling, guys?
I am not feeling good.
Just fucking peachy.
Cool.
Did I take any damage from that real quick?
Oh, you took 14 damage. Thank you for reminding me.
So happy to help.
Never remind him.
Hey, did we have homework last night?
That was.
I'm not drowning.
That was.
I am sleeping so good.
That was kind of the. That was kind of the energy that got tossed out. I really want like pixie form of like Eldritch Blast.
That's not me though.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
First of all, the Ivory Queen has some ways to get us out of the city from here that might be easier to get to than the greenhouse, especially considering how far the greenhouse is from us and the fact that we neglected to remember that the city sells watermelon that lets you see through invisibility and disguise self. So
I'm sorry, what?
Go. All right.
That was something else.
Did you guys get that
I missed my
mukbang
mouth.
action? I hope that was as satisfying as it might not have.
Oh, fuck
could have
me
been for us.
running.
Did you put it on something?
I dropped it.
Nice.
I dropped my
incorrect.
ravioli.
you know,
You okay?
welcome back, guys.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, are you okay, Rage?
I'll be okay after this.
For now, we are going to switch to the fun part of the eve, which is, I guess all of it's the fun part. Fun part you like. We're going to go to the cooking class. Earlier in the evening, before everyone starts working, finalizing their Innovation Day projects, Cinn is going to be teaching class on how to do some fancy footwork cooking. How's it gonna go, Cinn? How much do you have planned?
No. Oh, I got notes. We're gonna bullshit sort of montage, skip over things. This will be good.
Nope, we're gonna slow run it. First, everyone walks in the door, and then no, yeah, we can 100% speed run it as an overarching thing. If there are specific interactions, as far as I can tell, all 3 of you guys are gonna be there, right? Temerity's coming for support. Connie's coming to just like chill and do something different for once, and Ethel's there to just keep perfecting her skills.
Oh, okay. So that's especially good that Connie is there. Especially before things start, he's gonna go over and say, "Hey, Connie, you're a bad, right? You can inspire people, give them a little boost. That's your jam, right?"
I mean, yeah. What, you feeling nervous?
I'd use a more flattering word, but yes.
You're all aflutter, all twitterpated, a little too excited.
Twitterpated.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten here a couple times, but I haven't like been back in the kitchens, and we got Asta Montego out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've got any little boosts, so I make sure these people get their money's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cinn, and she just puts a hand on his shoulder. If there's anything I've learned about you in the past couple days that I've known you, you're gonna do just fine. Okay? You're gonna be great. Just give him the old cinnamon Alamoad charm, and he'll be fine. And I'll give him bardic inspiration.
There we go.
Cool.
And you bet I'll be in the background promoting you and doing my best, Cinnamony.
Yeah,
Yes.
cinnamon sugar, you're gonna do just fine.
Everyone get a nickname in while we're
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But unless.
I mean, I won't say no. This would be a really odd choice, but it's fine, I guess. Cinnamon Toast Crunch makes you choke on water and/or wine.
Beveragino.
Beveragino. Spicy adult water.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you get your inspiration. How many people are you thinking, Sin? Are you like doing like an even dozen? Are you going like a couple dozen? How many people are you willing to be in charge of for this?
I imagine he was thinking like, okay, I've usually got, the regular group for Selune, but I imagine that with Astor Montego throwing this, I feel like people started adding +1s to this event. And people who associate with Selune and wouldn't go to the cooking ones would go to this one, and people who might be loosely associated, got on the invite list. So I do imagine he was thinking okay, it'll probably be the usual, 12, maybe 13 with Astor here, and there's 30 people here.
Well, I'm glad we were in similar headspaces for that. Yeah. So, when you first walk up in here, Sin, you've been here before a couple times because, as a chef, as someone who enjoys food, why would you not come here every once in a while to treat yourself and sample things and try out new creations? You've seen the setup and the options. I'll leave up to you where exactly you want to place. Do you want to have it back in the kitchen and actually teaching people there, or do you want them to bring separate kitchen spots out for you and everybody so you all could be cooking out in the public dining area, basically what would have been where they would have performers go on? So where if Connie decides to actually do a performance here, they have a bit of a stage, but they lower it down similar to what they do in the Brazen Ballroom, so it's more everything's kind of even level. You're a little above so that way people can see you, but there's a small upper platform for you to be on with a singular cooking area. And otherwise that Astor and everybody else would have their own individual cooking sections that they could watch from there. Otherwise, you guys could all work together in a kitchen and try to cook stuff together. That might be chaotic.
No, let's go big or go home. This is a performance. We want to show off this fine establishment and not get in the way of their normal chefs in the day-to-day and they're in the back.
There is a little flair added in as you, whenever you do start getting ready. There are small little, basically light cantrips of different colors that are put, and they are sent out as rays outwards towards the clouds. So as you guys continue the move, just these lightly different colored clouds start moving by in the background as you are putting on your cooking lesson to give a little cinnamon razzle dazzle, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah, and he'll lean into that. He's got minor illusion, so it's easy for him to, shoot some sparks out of his hands, produce flame, that sort of thing. And also, when he starts talking, is able to, make sure anyone in the back can hear because he can minor illusion extend it out. But basically explains the menu, doing the cockatrice. I should do it in character, not skip out of this. So today, thank you all for joining us. We're going to be doing the cockatrice with a man-trap risotto, using a tri-flower frond garnish on the top. Pasta's a nice classic, so we've got some handmade pasta. We'll work you through some of the basics, and then we've got shrika based for the sauce. We've got an Alfredo sauce and then a red tomato sauce, give people some options. And then for desserts, since everyone has their own fruit preferences, we've got a bunch that we've imported from all over Vagari, so everyone can pick their favorites. And we're going to do a little sampling first, so you can make sure you like your cobbler mix before you know, commit to the full pie, try some things out, because it's easy enough to throw a little sugar and cinnamon on it and vanilla, chocolate, whatever else you want, and try a sample before you full commit. Because I see some people, they want to throw in all the fruits they want in there, and sometimes that works really well, but you never know. So we chose cockatrice because that'll help give you a lot of texture there. It's a nice specialty, dangerous thing you wouldn't normally get, but a lot of the things that we'll go over today with this will work with any of your other poultry, like your chickens and turkeys at home. So, and then some of the more exotic plants to help give people plenty of vegetables, the mantraps, the triflowers, the shriekers. Nice way to spice up the meal a bit. So we're going to go into some individual chopping and preparation, and as he starts to explain the start, and I don't know enough about cooking to tell what the proper order of when the fantasy meat should go in the fantasy oven before the fantasy plants do, and what time would get the proper cooking. Cinn would know. And one of the advantages is that he has because of his feat for the psionics, he has delusion, which is basically can make people see or hear things. So what he's able to do is sort of privately give people instructions. So without ousting, like, oh, hey, this is Bob over here doing a terrible job, much too thick. This isn't going to, you know, cook at all. He's able to sort of privately say, hey, Bob, watch the slices. You've got some off on the side here. Just chop them up another layer. So able to give people advice as he walks around.
Oh, I love the tri-flower fronds. Those are my favorite. Don't you love those? I'm so glad that he added them to the menu.
Who
am I talking to?
Yeah. Anybody?
Babe, anytime I talk, it's to whoever is willing to listen.
That's fair.
You just put yourself right next to the scene if you want. You're there. And triflowers are really pretty. They've got like 3 different flowers, hence the name, and like different colors. So it is a pretty garnish.
So detailed. I like.
We went over it. We went over some details. And I was like, all right, here's some shit that's not like a level CR 17 creature that you'd have to kill. Here's something that you could actually get in the Flying City.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck a cockatrice was, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh my god, it's a mythical creature. Like, what the fuck?
So I don't know about anybody else, but I am definitely at some point in the future rewatching this so that I can figure out the real life equivalent of this and make this.
Yes, do it.
That'd be a fun video.
That would.
My
how to
mouth
make,
is watering.
how to make the cinnamon Alamoad special at home, guys. We'll do a whole video on it.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Coming to YouTube soon.
Cockatrice is fun because there's sort of the bird parts, there's the more lizard parts, they've got freaking wings.
You got some eggs.
Yeah, eggs. There's a whole bunch of fun anatomy and different parts to go over with that.
Fantasy anatomy.
This is fucking wild.
Yeah. It's less confusing than centaurs.
Yes.
Don't even.
Yes. We could go back into the centaur thing, but we won't.
War flashbacks of that one day. Where...
If you take the dead half
shut
over
up.
here,
I can mute you. I will mute you. Cinn, you're gonna be killing it no matter what. If there is anything that specifically that you would like to be doing besides, if you want to like make a performance roll to just see how you're doing overall, you're welcome to. Or you can make it a cooking roll, since we know that you're really good at that. Whichever one you feel, if you're focusing more on the cooking or the performance, either way.
Your inspiration's a D8, by the way.
And you do have advantage. Technically, Temerity gave you the help action. So
perfect. Then in this case, let's make it a cooking roll. Just because, he doesn't really have the charisma, and I think I put enough bonuses and stuff that we should be good to go. So is that going to be dexterity?
You are. So you have expertise in cooking, right?
Not
Oh,
Not
yet.
yet.
We're still working
I've
on
like
it.
worked on it a couple times, but I don't think that I've gotten like the full sessions to.
For this, because it's a knowledge-based thing, because you're teaching people, we'll say intelligence.
Very nice.
You can also count this as one of those lessons, by the way.
Perfect. Right. That is on the dice 17 with modifier 20, proficiency 23, inspiration 26.
26. I mean, short of like a literal miracle happening in front of these people, nothing could grab their attention more. You are not showboating, but you're putting on a great show. Besides Temerity having giving you support in whatever wing Temerity is in, no doubt your friends are also there hyping your shit up. Aster is also trying to do his best to both hype you up, and he also his thing is performance, so he is putting on a little more of a show as things are going on, because that's just part of what he's doing. He gets very intense in the pie making thing. That's when he's like very like focused in, but he does make the beginning part, the meal, more performance based. But once people are attracted and hone in onto you, like the whole thing is getting people to eventually hone in onto you. His performance is to keep people riled up and like get into it. Once they're focused on you, he can get more serious about paying attention to the cooking that he wanted to do, which was the pie baking was the most important part to him. But like he still did everything else, and like it's not like it's a bad experience for anybody to learn how to cook. So with the 26 overall, you're killing it. People are having a great time. There'll be some, not consequences, there'll be some results from this afterwards, but for now, is there anything any of you other three are doing as this is going? As Cinn comes around, helps you guys prepare a meal, a salad, a dessert.
Doing some minor illusions so people can see up close what's going up on the stage, all that good stuff.
That's fantastic.
I think Connie has posted up like behind Aster, maybe. And anytime she catches him like maybe making like a little misstep or something like that, she'll cast message to him and be like, no, he said do it like this, like don't go overboard, or like just like little cautionary things at him, because she sees him taking it so seriously, like, you know.
Yeah, especially with the pie, he gets like real deep into it. Like he stops listening for a few seconds because he's focusing on the last step, and then you remind him, he's like, "Thank you," and just goes back to remembering to start doing the things.
Yep.
I could use a little more money, so especially after all the fucking money I spent on this shit. Just in the hopes that I'm gonna win this thing and get some money back, but in an attempt to rally up a little more work for myself, in the dessert portion, I will be chit-chatting with someone and then like walk forward and be like, oh no, and like fall forward and like front plant, not like my face, but like, you know,
like chest
into like
towards.
a pie and be like, oh no, and like
sexy mess.
Yeah.
You're a hot mess,
Like,
is
oh,
what you're
can
saying.
someone help me clean this off? like sexy ditzy.
Vito here?
Yes. But that's fine. So
I have a question. Does Cinn have like a catchphrase a la Emerald Lagashi, like bam, or no? I just gotta know.
I hadn't.
I put Durs on the spot. Yes.
Yeah, right. It's like I hadn't thought about giving him something because I hadn't imagined Cinn as
a cooking personality. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden,
you see out of the corner of your eye him, Shiloh both. Anyways, sorry, the way you just said it, and all of a sudden, I just
Shia LaBeouf.
But
I love your hat, Mel.
Thanks.
It's so cute.
It's very cute.
You know what it is? If you make a mistake we'll just double it. And you see like someone like accidentally used tablespoons instead of teaspoons, and they were like, "Oh no, the sauce is gonna be ruined." And Sin's like, "We're just gonna make twice as much. Watch this." And like we just chop up more of the onions, more of the things. So even if you make a mistake, we can
Now you get leftovers.
That's a fantastic rule. After I fall into the pie, I push veto into a pie.
He's like, "Aren't you supposed to be getting customers right now?"
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't still have fun.
Fair enough. Yeah, and FYI, the churchgoers for Judy and the police force for Nick are both here. So Edric is also here. Besides that, there's a few other familiar and non-familiar faces. Aaron, the person that had part of the drama with Asunar was there. You also see Temerity, you see that little kobold with the crazy glasses that was in the artificing area is also here.
Do I recognize that kobold?
Yeah, you talked to Amos once.
It's Amos, right? Yeah. Okay.
In addition to that, a few of the other people that you see here are... here's a question for you, Cinn. Did you invite Clyde?
Yeah. I didn't specifically mention it, but I feel like Cinn would have been like, I think you're probably working security. It is the day before, but hey, happy to have you, because we were like chatting pretty chill at the Jeweled Chalice. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh no! Hold on.
So,
Oh,
too late. You said it. You fucking
No.
It's too late.
Clyde is there with Crescent on his shoulder, doing his own cooking as well. There is, I forget who ran to the florist that one time. There's a cute little Tiefling and Asunar couple that are working off of the same kitchenette area together. Quite a variety of people. Thank you for that. That was great. Darte.
I feel like I specifically had thought about this before, and then when you asked, like, oh yeah, I definitely, like both would have happened. Cinn would have made the conscious choice to not do it, and then been like, oh hey, before I forget.
Dallas Darte, did you say was there?
Yeah, Darte from Dallas Darte. So just one of the two from the Devati. Another question. Temerity, did you invite people from the Jeweled Chalice to come along?
No, this isn't my thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Cinn, did you invite anybody from the Jeweled Chalice to come along?
He would have mentioned that, yeah, but yes, he would have invited his coworkers.
So like Sizzle?
But yeah. But I think he was sort of thinking, hey, you guys see me at work all the day. I'm going to be doing a cooking class. You're probably not going to want to see me doing a cooking class. That's what we do back here all the time. So
but
I feel
Bree
like
totally came.
Yeah, like I'm sure people were like, did you say Astro Montego was also going to be there? This is going to be at Top of the Rift?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, but I mean, we're going to be cooking. So, I mean,
Bree's like, Connie's there?
way more people
you
than
bet.
you thought.
Well, the thing is about Astro Montego and it being the Top of the Rift, there is the chance of getting some high-end clientele, just like the moves that Temerity is trying to put out. So if there's a chance for the other workers to come here and potentially get some high-end clients, why would they not?
Because they lost the client recently?
Yeah, I know. When you lose a client, you got to make up that difference, So,
I hate you guys so much.
Thank God for Cinn
like
to help other people in this case. So, Bree and Scarlet are there working off of one of the kitchenettes together as well. They're not attempting it they are not the level of brave that Temerity is to go all out. They are more subtle with their flirtations that they're throwing towards people. It seems to be more Scarlet than Bree, though. Bree doesn't seem to be quite in as good of a mood. But
And, we definitely had to like double up on stations. Like we're looking at lab partners. There's way too many people coming to this thing. It's absolutely mingling encouraged.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys have a lot of people doubled up together, having a good time at their separate little individual piles. So Ethel,
I have offered to share my workstation with both Walter and Tilda if Tilda is there.
Tilda is there. Some of the other people from the church are there, and when a couple of them see Clyde, they are very confused.
Oh, I bet. I fucking bet.
No!
So like
This is a disaster.
So like Acello and Vora are together at a table, and then like Vora's just like pointing over. Like one of them looks back at you with a very confused expression for a moment.
Do I notice this exchange happening?
Yeah, we'll say you're fairly perceptive.
I'm gonna act oblivious and just kind of like give like a hey guys wave, like as if I don't know that they just looked at my ex-husband. Okay.
I feel like Connie is paired with Aaron, just for the drama.
To be, yeah, you can 100% know
Yeah.
that.
Well, because I already said she's behind Aster, so she's not paired with him.
And it's loosey goosey. You can get 3 people, 4 people at a station.
People can move around, go to
there's
different
room.
stations, hang out together. We can see who's traveling around in a bit. Who feels lucky?
Me.
No.
I would like all 3 of our people who are learning cooking to roll me 2 d20s. The first d20 is going to be how good your cooking is. So you can add your cooking proficiency if you got it.
18!
Hey.
What I add for cooking proficiency? I
Half
guess
pro-
I don't have it.
Half proficiency, you're a fucking bard.
Yeah, okay. 14. Not bad. What's the second d20 for?
Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah. On that one, I rolled a 16, so I'm curious.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Uh-huh. Is Ethel a little shaken up right now?
Well, yeah, but so that's a 15 for cooking.
Okay.
14,
and
15,
a natural
18's nice. And
and a natural 1 for the second dice roll.
Cool. Sorry, for your
Lovely.
second d20 roll, what did you roll? Just a d20. I'm hoping it's another nat 1. It would make me so happy.
What happened?
What was it?
It's a 1.
It's a 1?
A 1.
Oh.
Yeah, plus side, you guys get fate points. So enjoy that.
Good heavens, I'm so excited. Then, 1, you 3, you're all doing pretty good. Like 14 to 18 is still really good when you're not a fucking master chef. Also,
yeah.
I didn't really bring it up, but Lysander is there, and Lysander is probably cooking with Aster, just so like Aster had a partner. Lysander's loving it. Like he's having a great time, not just with Aster, he's enjoying your cooking. Like you teaching him, he's loving the shit out of it. He's having a great time with this.
Good for Lysander.
He's having a good time. Yeah,
good for him.
He's having a good
He's
time.
living his best life right now.
Sin, as you are like looking over as you're walking through the different aisles and you cross over and you like stop at what's probably Ethel, Walter's, and maybe Tilda's table. At the same time, Clyde comes over and is like, Sin, I have a question. I think I'm doing something wrong over here.
Clyde, buddy, and it's
I'm
at
just
that
not good at
moment
cooking.
that Sin realizes it because he's just going from like, yeah, hey, Ethel, guys, Clyde, buddy, and he just like immediately realizes he fucked up, and immediately like turns and like gestures to like turn their bodies away from Ethel's table. Like, yeah, let me help you out. Good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. Who have you been working with?
Crescent. No one really right now. Again, not too many people I know around here, and just like gives like a cursory glance around, especially in front of the table that you're in front of. Looks at the three people at the table, looks away. Cinn, roll a deception check for your like quick trying to like move this bullshit away.
Yeah.
So scared.
15.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you're able to move his eyeline away from that table quick enough. But as that's going on, a couple tables away, Achella's like, Clyde, is that you? And and Clyde freezes out. It's like, who is someone knowing his name? He's like, oh, hi, sorry. Do I know you? And Achella's like, looks straight at you, Ethel, and she's going to base her reaction off of what she sees on your face in this moment.
Yeah, I'm rolling for it. She does not look okay.
Cinn?
Cinn is going to use delusion on her so that she just hears Cinn's voice saying, he's had a brain injury. We're taking it slow.
Cool. You still don't know that, Ethel. What is the reaction on your face?
I am... Basically, when he walked over, I'm pretty sure Ethel's whole frame stiffened. So she is still doing the movements of cooking to look like everyone else. But she doesn't look okay, and she's also very stiff in her movements. Like, these ladies have cooked with her before. They know how Ethel acts in a kitchen. It is not normal.
So Achella's stares.
I rolled for it. I rolled really bad.
Cool. Achella's stares at you for a second, just looking at your facial expression. The eyes like dart over to Cinn, and look back to Clyde, and like you see her like taking him in for a moment, and he's a sight. He is a sight.
Yeah.
So she
He looked like a whole normal person the last time she saw him.
Yeah, and
And by whole normal, I mean not cut up.
Achella's like, I knew you first time around. Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you like that. How's the cooking going? Because yeah, it's going good. Sorry, don't remember a lot of faces, and they have a normal casual conversation away from you guys. Sorry. You luckily no random people come and run into your table. What does happen is Ederic goes over to Breeze and Scarlet's table and starts chatting up with them for.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything. I'm just telling you that's what happens.
I'm sure they'll tell me after whatever he was saying. I'll ask them after what he was saying.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. This isn't after. This is mid. Still, so if you want to find out, you can find out now.
Fuck!
You need some new dice.
No, these were expensive. 2.
You don't know what's going on.
They'll tell me after. You just tell me when that is.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything in particular at the rest of this cooking show? Cinn, it's going off basically without a hitch, besides like a couple of those real small moments that confuse some people. But otherwise it goes real well. So
perfect. Cinn's gonna try to sort of introduce himself to like people as we go, just because there's a lot of people here. And did you say because you mentioned one of Asunar's former people, was that the news guy?
Yeah, the new newscaster, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron. They, them.
Aaron, yeah. So this is big. Yeah, Cinn's going around trying to, say hi to everyone. making his way around, just because this is big, and it's good to sort of network and get people meeting people.
Yeah, you can run into Aaron. They seem super excited about this. They're having a good time. I don't know unless that's changed by interacting with Connie in any way.
No, I think Connie's gonna keep it really casual and be like chat them up a little bit because they've met before.
Yeah.
So Connie will just be like, "Oh, Aaron, I didn't know you were in town. When did you get here?" Like yada yada yada. You know, just like totally playing dumb, so to speak, because she wasn't there with the whole wedding scenario. So, you know, kind of doing a little bit of like almost recon on Uda's behalf.
100% fair. You're able to talk to them. I don't learn much besides that they were in an area really close to where the landslide happened. So when they got relocated from the tremor, they were granted a space up in Wishfall. So they got a place up here. Both of them got jobs up here because there were people missing and like jobs needed to get filled. So they've been having a good time. I mean, it's a crazy experience. It's been a wonderful experience.
So you and I'm sorry, your fiance's name. I'm kind of forgetting it off the top of my head.
So is Vinny, because Vinny did not have it. But luckily, it's just a short scroll.
wait.
It's Lythra, I'm pretty sure.
Lythra, yeah, Lathra. So you and Lathra, you were near that gate where the collapse happened?
Not too far away.
Oh my.
It wasn't
Wait, so then
too bad for us comparatively. We just kind of lost our houses.
I'm sorry to hear that. But then how did you get here? Did you find just like the next nearest gate or?
We had someone from Wishfall come down and speak with us. I guess they have a ambassador of some sort. The ambassador, the prominence of security, Palesa, I think.
Palesa, okay.
But then, as you're going around, you're able to meet Aaron, who like is having a great time. So as far as you can tell with that, with the 26, as far as you can tell, you're gonna get a great review in the morning. So it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt the Drilled Chalice. All around, it's gonna be some good shit. You also see a couple other people. You probably don't know this person, but if you talk to them, he introduces himself as Cider. He is a water genasi that has like an amber tone to him, and works with Kusano over at the Brazen Ballroom, and says, "This is good. We're excited to use this for some of the next events. We use the same recipes all the time. It's just nice to have a different idea in the brain when we have to do the cooking."
What flavor is he?
I hear ya. I'm looking forward to the innovation. There are gonna be more recipes, more stuff coming out. Looking forward to it.
He's apple cider.
I
Oh
love
my
that.
Let's see. Trying to see if there's any more unique individuals. There's a table that has just not a table. There's like a little. It's a table nearby that has a little rose gold imp that is just watching, but not doing anything.
Oh fuck! Wait, no. That's
rose gold
Tungsten's
imp.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kill it.
Okay.
No, Sin would approach the familiar. Is the familiar like cooking?
Nope, it's just watching. It's like sitting on its butt, legs dangling over the edge, just watching.
Yeah, Sin would approach. Hey, I hope you're enjoying things. If we can get you anything, let us know. Obviously, we're happy to have you. I'm saying if we can get you any ingredients or any help or anything, if you want us, we can write this stuff down so you can take it home with you.
You watch the eyes churn the color of tungsten. They silver over, and you hear, "Oh, no, my boy, you've been great. It's been great watching this. I'm still working on the innovation fair right now, but I wanted to check in and see how this was going over here. Rose gives me a full update anyways, but I wanted to pop in and at least see how it's going. Loving this. Honestly, if we could, I'd say we do this down at the fair tomorrow too, but I'm sure you're busy tonight. You got a complete your own recipe. You're going to enter, right? You need to be entering.
Oh yeah, of course. He sort of leans in real close. Working on the Drow House of Cabs tonight. It's looking forward to it. I've got some designs.
Arms. What makes it drow?
Well, we use chocolate on the graham cracker to sort of darken it, give it that underground feel. But we're using some white licorice and some marshmallow sort of layering decoration as webbing to hold it all together.
Don't give away your secrets to this fuck.
Oh, I could tell him all the ingredients and he wouldn't be able to replicate this.
I love that.
Guarantee it.
Like a true artist. Use black, brown, and yellow acrylic paint. He could still never recreate my piece.
Yeah, you talk to him, chicken, and he just seems to be watching. So unless you want to kick out or have any specific conversation with him, Rose is just going to sit there and watch.
No, cool.
Yeah, no, he's at home duplicating the recipe as it's going on.
He didn't want to out himself as, making any mistakes in front of everybody else, so he's using his familiar to work from home. That's amazing.
Is Rose is an imp.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. All right.
I knew it. I was waiting for this. Come on.
Oh.
Pimp your boy out. Pimp your boy out. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, buddy. Oh, wow. You're looking fabulous in your dress as always. How are you doing?
You get to voice him right now.
Yeah. Same as always. What do you want? Can you, do you see that imp over there? Oh, okay. I think I see what you're saying. See, you know, always you know how to read my mind. Hey, it's kind of the nature of the soul connected sort of I'm your familiar kind of vibe. I just sort of have to do what you think of me to do. So, why do you have to make it so complicated? Just go. All right, fine. And he will into a little imp tuxedo. And like strut, but he's strutting in the air.
In the air. Yeah, I had a feeling.
over to this imp, and he'll lean on the wall and he'll be like, "Hey, you come here often or whatever?"
Whatever.
The eyes go from. Are you waiting until Cinn is done talking to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So.
Please tell me she talks like fucking Harley Quinn or some shit. Like
I'm not doing that to myself. No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. No. Oh, you can do the voice. You have fun with it.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Oh.
You don't want to be little Rose
Well, I don't
Gold?
know what the responses would be.
You type it to Mel, and Mel can say it
No,
to me.
you watch the eyes. The eyes.
That would be the longest conversation.
Yeah, it would take too long. The eyes silver over again as Tungsten takes control and says, "Oh, hello. Who are you?"
Not to be weird or anything, but your voice doesn't really match your beautiful face.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't want to be here right now. The eyes are gloss over.
Oh my fucking Christ.
The rose gold imp wakes up, looks around a bit, after being possessed for that moment. It's like,
Ah, that's more like it. I'll say it again. You come here often or whatever?
she opens her mouth and points at her tongue that she does not have.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad. And Hex will start signing.
Roll me a d20.
Come on, Hex knows everything. 14?
Cool. I just wanted above a 10. Cool.
Yeah!
Hex knows universal sign language, whatever it may be.
I sign in Infernal.
You do that, and she's like, "Oh, I was just faking it. Yeah, hi. Fuck, no, you caught me. Hi.
Trixie one. You just didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
I like a challenge. What's your name?
Bye." And she turns invisible.
Damn. What a dame.
I'm gonna say your last session, you talked abhorrently about how bad Hex is when it came to charisma. So you reap what you sow.
No, it's all good. I like how that turned out. I think it only works if Hex is horrible at charisma.
100% fair. Yeah. I will say
that was the worst.
She just turned invisible. She didn't even move, so she's still just sitting there invisible, waiting for Hex to go away. But they can't see invisibility, so he has no idea.
She just straight up went,
Yeah.
bye!
Yeah.
I think he'll stay there for a little bit. Maybe be like, ah, damn, I should probably go back over there and like fart or something, and then like go watch back over. Like crop dust some people.
Cool. Hex turns invisible, crop dusts some people in the back row, flying back to Temerity. Ethel, we haven't checked in on you for a while. How you doing?
All right. Real quick, by the way, hydrate and posture check have been resumed for everybody.
Oh boy.
Thanks,
Okay,
Ethel.
I know I just said that I'm okay, but I'm not. That was a segue into the hydrate and posture check.
Cool. I would like to know what you're doing, because currently Michello distracted Clyde with a quick conversation. Clyde's back at his station cooking, and you're still getting eyes from two of your clerical coworkers. And Tilda's also looking really confused. She's just existing there in this space.
Yeah, Tilda could just see and feel the tension. I was gonna try to talk to Lysander, but
I mean, you can go up to him. He's over with Aster. You can talk to both of them. Or drag him aside if you want.
I feel like that at this point, I don't think Ethel would do that with the eyes of her fellow churchgoers boring into her while she's doing it. So she's gonna go and I guess talk to a cello and whoever else is there.
Okay.
She's just gonna go up and be like, she's like has the posture and is making the faces of someone talking about food, but she just looks to a cello and she's like, thank you for covering me there.
She looks. Her and Vora, they like share a look for seconds. Like, okay, we made some jokes when you left for a while, and then came back with like a new boo. Like that, we made some. It was like a joke, but like.
What was the joke?
Does that matter at the moment? What the fuck is up with Clyde?
I'm just very curious. You know, I don't really know anymore. It's been a very long time since we've seen each other. I do know that he tried to kill me, and that's why I left. But I don't know why he's here now. At all.
At all.
Dirk
For any reason. I wish things were easier to look. There we go. Cello.
At this point, go and like split off from her table and start just like playing some like nice background music to just kind of like add a little extra noise so that Ethel can have a semi-private conversation. Like
That feels a little meta.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
We are in an active kitchen, so it's gonna be plenty noisy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Also, the idea
Thank you, I
that
appreciate it.
Kanitae's determined, like, huh, looks like it was kind of a tough spot there for Ethel for a second. She's going over that table to talk. Better whip out my fucking loot. Like, No. I love you, Mel. I let a lot of shit slide.
That's okay. That's acceptable. I asked.
I know.
And rejection is fine.
Cool. The rejection also needed a little extra stipulation because that was a weird thing you asked for. Ethel.
Worth a shot, though.
Yeah. Always shoot your shot. Ethel, Cello puts a hand like on yours for a second and says, Ethel, you're part of our church. It's fine. Whatever. I just want to know because that was a very terrifying moment a couple seconds ago. And I don't know if you noticed this, there's no moon anymore. So there's just a lot of scary things happening at once. So, like, I just wanted some clarity. If you don't know, that's fine. But, what the living utter hell?
Yes. I think that accurately describes the entire internal dilemma. You're right. Yes, it's very scary right now. I don't know why he's here. I don't. Yeah. She's like, there's like a part of her that's like, should I tell them? And then the rest of her is like, no, you idiot.
Yes. Tell them that you murdered your former husband. That will go over great.
I wasn't gonna phrase it that way. It's just
Tell them what you did, Ethel.
the phrasing wouldn't quite go down that direction, but it would. She is truly just having a moment of like, do I tell them that last time I saw him he was dead, or do I just let it sit? And then letting it sit wins out because that's how she's always played it. So yes, I don't know why he's here. I never expected to see him again, and the fact that he is here is really freaking me out.
Fair. That's fine. That's okay. Now we know, and we just avoid him meeting you. Like, I don't
know that Sin told her. My friends say he doesn't remember everything, so I don't even know if he would know me if he saw me. But I'm trying not to press that luck.
That's fair. I will say, he did make eye contact with, like, he looked at Walter, at you, at Tilda. Like, he looked at all three of you as his eyes went by the table. Like, he was talking to Sin. He looked at the table next to them. He looked at you guys, and then looked back to Sin. So, like,
my real concern is him dwelling on it. To be clear.
Agreed. But, like I just wanted to remind you that yeah. That's fair. And that's not something you need to explain to a cello. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know how far you want to push this conversation with her, but they reassure you that they're on your side. It's okay.
Cool.
We're just confused because it's a lot.
Cool. So glad they're on my side. I don't know why I didn't expect them to be, but for some reason I was like, this is a real awkward thing to explain. Yeah, now that conversation is done, unless they have more they want to say, I'm gonna go ahead and go up to Lysander and say hello and introduce myself to Aster, because they're at the same table.
100% fair. Just because there's probably going to be, we're going to have to move everything related to the innovation fair to the next session, because there's no way that's going to fit into here now. If anyone needs to go or would like to go, you are welcome to. Otherwise, we will just keep going for a little while longer. I don't know how long a little while longer is, but hey, I never do with this group. So I just want to give anyone who needs to go an opportunity to leave if it's needed.
I'm okay.
Okay, I will see y'all hopefully next week. No promises. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have fun.
Good night.
We're gonna do switch thing over here. This on top of that. Just to keep this kind of going. So having everybody's gosh darn beautiful faces. Cool, awesome. So that way we can continue going on for a little bit longer. Yes, so you're going over to Lysander and Aster. Are you picking one, going to both? Like, is it a one-on-one combo, or are you okay with including all of them?
I'm okay with including both of them. I just I wanted to say hello to Lysander because we've met before, and just saying hi again. And then it's a good segue to be like, and you're Aster, nice to meet you.
You've met Lysander, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they met once previously.
Right.
We met
That whole
Lysander in
thing.
the underground.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so Aster gives you a smile, but sees that you're obviously trying to converse with not him in particular, it seems. So he doesn't pay any mind, goes back to doing the pie, which is coming together with your eye. Coming together okay. He's very, very focused on it. He's probably too focused on it. It's probably actually detrimental to the pie itself at this point. But it's fine.
I might give him a tip actually, but we'll get to that in a minute.
That's fine. Yeah, so Lysander gets distracted, sees you here, flips the knife around, puts it down on the table. Hey, what's going on? Doing all right?
Mostly, yes. I just wanted to say hello. It's been a while, so I wanted to say hi again.
Hey, yeah. You guys are if you and that one, I don't remember his name. No, not you. Pointing to Walter. I was like, if you guys ever want to come up here for dinner, I can't offer it for free. I can only do that for family, and Connie is the only one that really counts as family up here. But I can give you guys a discount if you guys want to come up and have a really good meal at some point.
That is incredibly sweet of you, and I'm sure we will be taking you up on that. I've heard nothing but praise.
Great. Yeah, I'm also trying to get Connie to come and perform up here, so maybe you can come up and have a good meal, and then we can boo her while she's on stage as a group.
Throws an apple peel at the back of his head because she's stationed behind
He doesn't move. He doesn't. His move and posture and face doesn't change. He's like, no, this is a serious suggestion that I think we should do.
It sounds lovely. I don't make it a habit to be my friends, but I think I could once for fun.
It's Connie. It's okay.
Apple core to the head.
Just gonna slightly lean to the side a little bit so that I can make eye contact with Connie over Lysander's shoulder, and just gonna be like, "Oh, she won't mind."
She just kind of rolls her eyes, but then pauses a bit to just be points at Ethel and be like, "You okay? You good?" Because just kind of looks in Clyde's direction, just is like, "You good?"
There's the flash of no, homie, but then she goes back to
That's so fucking fair.
Normal conversation with Lysander. What about this makes you think I'm okay? Anyway.
She has to check. She's got to know.
And then I'm gonna wrap up small talk with Lysander and just turn to Aster and be like, "And you are Aster. Wonderful to meet you in person." Or I guess at all.
That's fair. You've seen him on stage at least once, if not maybe one or two other times. Connie, you know him a little bit better now at this point. Then I'm not giving this to you just because you're busy. You've got 30 people to entertain. So, but Connie, you watch him from the pie, from this focused look that he has on there. Immediately, you watch as the person becomes the persona, as he like looks up and he just like looks towards Ethel and is like, "Hello, nice to meet you. I am the Star. What can I do for you?"
Connie has to resist the urge to throw an apple core at his head and be like, "Stop that."
I feel like shaking hands in a kitchen is like poor practice, so we're not gonna do that.
would want to wash your hands
the elbow
afterwards.
bumps. Gotta do the elbow bumps.
Yeah, we can do elbow bumps. I will offer my elbow to bump with him.
He returns it.
Concept for later.
He does an extra
And then-
flourish because he's too extra when it comes to dance moves, so he just.
And then I'm gonna say, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, and I'm gonna glance to where Sin is in the room. I'm just gonna say, but our instructor is busy. May I give you a tip on the pie?
Oh, I will take. I remember you winning first place at the pie competition only a couple months ago. I'm more than happy to take advice from you. Second, I think Judy's pie was second only to yours, so sounds good to me.
Thank you. There's like a flash of like grief crosses her face, and she's gonna let it be visible enough that he can see it, even if she could control it, which I don't know that she can at this point in time.
As it, like the flash comes, he like has like a little inner wince, and you watch the persona like drop for a second and say, "Sorry, I didn't mean to. My condolences on your friend."
It's quite alright. Judy and I had a very interesting relationship, but that does not make me miss her or her husband any less.
Very fair. Yes, please. Assistance, help. I sincerely don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, so if you make too many small details on the pie, and I'm gonna go into like just a tiny bit of an explanation of like, you're gonna cause like weird cracks in your crust, and it's not going to turn out the way you want to. So you want larger, simpler decor, particularly when you are first learning. And can you guys tell that I went through a pie making phase during COVID? And so I'm gonna explain that a little bit. And so I'm just gonna point out some of the areas where I'm like, so if you focus too much on this area, you're going to end up making it a little janky when it goes through the baking process.
He's like, "Okay, I'll take your word for it. This is the first time. We will listen to what you say." And just does it, and just the second you say something, he's like immediately starts fixing it. He doesn't have the skill that like Lysander or Sin has, but he's a very dexterous person, and he's like a dancer. So he does have like a quickness and like a too much flourish when he's using like the equipment. But he's like he knows how to use them fairly well. He just isn't trained is the big issue.
Right. It's not that he's bad at it, it's just that he does not have the experience.
Exactly.
I'm also going to give him the tip, because I feel like it's harmless, that Judy gave to me.
Yeah, you're not a
about
fake
buttering the crust.
You're not a fake creature this time. It's okay that you swore on your grave.
I'm not telling him it came from Nick. I'm just telling him the tip.
I was just saying that you're not a fake creature, so whatever promises you made do not matter as much this time around.
But okay, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna That doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep the promises.
That's fair. I'm just look. I take the moments I can stress people where I can. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know.
So
but I'm gonna tell him, and I'm just gonna say, in an undertone, I'm gonna say, a good friend taught me, and then I'm gonna say my goodbyes and walk away.
He says it was a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
It's back to work. Cool. Unless there's any other specific things that need to be wrapped up during the cooking session, we can say it all wraps up nice and good for everybody. Do you want to do something? You're smiling, Ethel.
No, I'm just really glad that there's nothing else awkward happening with Clyde at the moment. That's all.
Moment.
Emphasis on at the moment.
I know.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are able to continue your cooking lessons. Well, yeah. Um, and as the rest of you guys leave, I'm assuming Sin stays a little longer, but as you guys leave, you guys are able to go home or wherever it is that you guys decide to stay for your night. Actually, that's a curiosity. Ethel, you obviously staying at home. Connie, where do you go? Are you Starlight?
The Collective.
Okay, I was gonna say Starlight and Collective. Breeze. No, nope. It's gonna be part of the joke forever. Unless you find a new boo. Anyways, sorry, you get back to the Collective. Sin, I'm assuming it just takes you longer because you're probably there for cleanup or any like after things, but in general, Aster, super happy about it. The things that you wanted from him, immediately, like, they're there. You have them, like everything that you requested before. And he says, now, I didn't feel good about allowing people to tip because this is a free experience and rather than keep their money. But because you were working, and the only items you really asked for were related to cooking anyways, figured you should be able to treat yourself to something else. And he hands you 100 platinum.
Holy shit.
We write that down before I respond. Wow, Asta, thank you. I mean, this experience was incredible. I was meaning to thank you. We got so many people from all over the city here working together and mingling, having a good time. I think we made a really good event happen, and I really appreciate you giving me a chance to shine. I was a little nervous coming in, but especially with all these people. But I think it went great.
It was a great experience. I'm going to be able to do this at home, but I'm going to keep giving it a shot here for a little while longer. And Lysander, who isn't far away, probably cleaning up some of the station, says, "Oh, you're going to keep cooking?" And Esther's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on it through the night and see if I can come up with something by the end of it." And Lysander just goes to shrug and is like, "All right, well, I gotta make something for tomorrow too, so I can still work here too. Sin, you going home, or do you wanna cook with us?"
I mean, I was gonna work on the innovation thing, but that's later tonight. I got plenty of time. Let's I'm good to hang out.
Work on your innovation
try
thing.
to get around to drinks in.
Yeah, Lysander.
Oh, the Drow House of Cobbs. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, Lysander's like, "No, work on your innovation thing. I'm gonna be working on a new drink actually up here. I usually work with food, but I'm trying out a drink thing. It's kind of a drink thing. It's weird. It's milk, but I'll explain it later."
No spoilers. I get it, especially with milk.
Yeah, so he's that was bad, and I loved it.
Well,
So yeah, Aster begins working on his pies. Basically, they leave the station up there for him, and he starts working on his own thing. Lysander, not far away, gets basically like a chilled kitchenette station set up going, where he's working on, basically, he's trying to invent like the first milkshake, but like something like real specific. So he's gonna start working on that. You're welcome to work with one of them on their things, or if you want to work on your own innovation thing at the same time, you can work on that.
Yeah, a good. Actually, you know what? It might be better if he does it here. Part of the innovation is the actual physical presentation, and it's like a house of cards, so it sort of stands up. So part of it is going to be transporting it to the final place, and it might be easier if I think the rift might be closer than Sin's apartment.
I think so. In general, it's most likely at least a little bit closer. But cool, yeah. So you guys like get like your kitchenette stations to face each other. It's like Food Wars, but just 3 setups. So each of you guys are facing each other, and it's a night of you 3 guys literally helping each other, because like between the 3 of you, you have like, fine cooking, like you know how to cook a good meal. Lysander knows how to present for a very particular crowd, and also works with very specific ingredients. Aster just knows how to present. That is his thing. So between your 3 different talents, we're gonna probably, I think I'm gonna close here with you 3 working through at least a little bit of the night. You guys working on your different recipes together in the top of the rift as the lights are going around and you're watching the clouds go by. It's just 3 of you. Isolde, who doesn't go anywhere without Aster, is like sitting over on a table, just like writing stuff down, eating whatever food is left over. As the 3 of you guys just start prepping your meals for the next day. I think I feel comfortable leaving it there. Let everybody actually get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Cool. We will open next session with everyone making their Innovation Day rolls for their things, with whatever bonuses and additions that we decide that everyone's going to get for the end of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with this. Anything from anybody else? Start at the top. Anything else from Cinn? Ethel? Saw a hand raise for a second.
Yeah, I do have a question.
What's up?
The alarm thing that we had finagled around and set up in Ethel's house like the first couple of sessions, is that a permanent fixture in her home, or is that a thing she set up every night?
Is that a spell that you specifically have?
I don't.
The alarm spell? I think you have to recast that.
Yeah, that was something that Asunar cast that one time we were all over at Ethel's house. So
yeah, Una cast the alarm spell itself. There was something else that you and I had like figured out, but it was a spell that Ethel actually has.
There was Lock. I'm trying to think of what else.
Ooh, hello, computer. Thank you for making noises at me.
Let's see, cleric spells. Let's go look at them.
Basically, what I'm wondering is, does my house have any defense mechanisms against somebody coming in other than a normal lock? Because if not, then after I practice for the innovation fair at my home, I'm going back to the collective to sleep.
That is fair.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I am double checking just to see if there's anything. I don't see anything that lasts a long period of time. Actually, let me do two. Casting, not casting time. Duration. Hours. Let's see. I am not seeing anything specific there.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to clarify, because I know that the alarm spell at the collective is like inset into the floor. And so I was like, is that a thing normal apartments just have, or is that fancy security because of the collective?
The thing you could potentially ask about.
I'm probably going to look into that later.
Yeah, I mean, you also know, like, if there's a whole building that has those things attached to them, they probably had someone do it, meaning you could probably ask somebody.
Yeah, I'll look into that a little later, but right now we don't have that, so we're going to go take a sleep at the collective.
Yeah, so Walter will stay up, help you, probably, like, snooze off at some point, but then wake up, I'm here, I'm helping. And then you guys can go over to the collective and take a nap. Connie, any final things for you?
Nope, she just she kind of avoided Bree all night because she feels really bad about how she ended things, but doesn't know how to apologize for them quite yet. And goes home, home to the collective to work on her performance for the innovation fair. And that's it.
Cool. All right. I think we are all set then for the night, guys. Thanks for coming along. If you have the time to check out some things, we'd love it if you could check out Fun Texas Choice. If you have the money to spend on us, we'd love it if you checked out some of our items in our shop. And as always, go check out Gemhammer's awesome shit, because they got awesome shit. That is for tonight. That is it for tonight. Next week we will actually get to the innovation fair.
Really?
Look, there's like 4 hours before that day. There's no way. I refuse to allow us not to get there at this point.
I know, it's just funny.
We might fit both of them into one day. I wouldn't count on it, but I might try to see if we can. Either way,
It's gonna be interesting if we try, Vinny.
I know. Either way, thank you guys for following us. Have a good night, and we will see you next time.
Bye.